for the Atlanta Bread Company. What do I like?
Hometown and your home team are as community-minded, as hospitable, and as much fun as ours are. When your hometown and your home team are worth clapping and shouting and cheering for. When your hometown and your home team are at the top of their game, well, then all of us who live here and work here and root here are champions. The Greenville Drive, our home team. For tickets, visit greenvilledrive.com.
You might know that State Farm agent Ed Patterson has great service. He's your good neighbor after all. But did you know State Farm has surprisingly great rates too? Yep, that's right. Along with good neighbor service, State Farm agent Ed Patterson has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Greenville. So call State Farm agent Ed Patterson at 864-322-0031 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm. Max Carlson, Atlanta Bread Company call to the bullpen coming on here after the 30-pitch rehab outing by Noah Song.
He's 6'1", 190, 23, Savage, Minnesota. You see his numbers on the screen there. 12th round pick in the draft of 2023. Had 3 years at North Carolina. Comes in with a record of 2-1. The ERA at 4.39. This will be a 10th appearance. He has one start along the way. 26 2/3 total. 16 runs, of which 13 earned, 33 hits. How about 37 strikeouts to 5 walks? She'll take that. Allowed 3 home runs. Opposition hitting .303 last outing Friday. Jersey Shore, second game to DH, 6-4 win. Got the start. 4 innings, 4 runs earned, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts. He did allow a couple of solo home runs, 61 pitches, 43 of those were strikes.
All right, he will face Harry Owen, who is the number 8 hitter, making his first appearance in the series. He's also the Burger King K-Man of the night. So section 108 this evening, looking for some free food. Owen in limited time hitting .183. He's driven in 3 runs. Right-handed batter. And Carlson's 1-0. Took something off, got that one over for a strike. 1-1. Mentioned it's Aerospace Engineering Night, and it was 2 years ago when they had this night that I think I can safely say this for both Tom and me. It was just an incredible thrill for us to have Charlie Duke join us in the booth. He threw out the first pitch. He was kind of the featured celebrity, quote unquote, if you will. Charlie Duke is the youngest man ever to walk on the moon. The last Apollo moon mission in 1972. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a foul back over our heads. Holding it 1-2. And he told us a story that night about trying to do a backflip on the moon, wearing the backpack and everything else they have, and kind of losing his balance, and was able to catch and brace himself. Otherwise, he would have gone flipping over into space. Strike 3, swinging on a breaking ball with Janis running. No throw by Hudson White. Janis gets the stolen base. Owen down on strike. Section 108 will leave with nothing less than the coupon for the free ice cream cone. And here is Jace Grady with 2 down. I bring that up because this past September, my wife and I stopped by the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama, and they had a display for that particular Apollo mission. There's a breaking ball for a strike on the outside corner. And they had a video of Charlie Duke telling that story, and the video was him on the moon doing the backflip and falling down. They actually had the video of that moment. The 0-1 pitch, a changeup for a strike, and what did he tell us, Tom, after he was able to right himself and get up, and he got properly reprimanded by the folks at Mission Control? He said the Moon Olympics were over.
Wow, I tell you what, he could have been in one of the episodes of Lost in Space.
Yes, he could have.
Jeez.
0-2 pitch is high and away. Carlson trying to strand the runner at third and maintain the early 1-0 lead. That would have been a whole different level of danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Yes.
Carlson with the pause. The 1-2 pitch. And again, a changeup misses down and away 2-2. Leadoff hitter Lisandro Espinosa waiting on deck. Janis at third with 2 down. And the 2-2 pitch. Slider down and in, and a good stop by Hudson White, saving a wild pitch. And Carlson's run the count full at 3-2. Grady was 0 for 2 last night, drove in a run, hitting just 150 on the year. He's homered once and now 9 runs batted in. And here comes the payoff to him, and it's fouled back. So holding it 3-2 on Jace Grady. Carlson trying to strand that tying run at third base here in the top of the second inning. And again, the 3-2. And strike 3 called on the inside corner. Fastball had a little bit of comeback action to it. Grady is down on strikes, and the side is retired. So the walk, he ends up at third, but he strands there, and we head to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 drive.
Lake Bowen Baptist Church in Inman invites you to worship with us, whether you're seeking a new church home, just visiting, or have questions about having a relationship with Jesus Christ. Led by Senior Pastor Brad Atkins and his incredible staff, Lake Bowen Baptist Church exists to deliver the gospel, disciple the Christian, and to deploy the Christ follower. Lake Bowen Baptist Church is located at 404 Sugar Ridge Road in Inman, South Carolina, at Highway 9 and Sugar Ridge Road. You can check out the ministries and other opportunities at Lake Bowen by going to lakebowenbaptist.com.
Is growing, bringing new businesses and opportunities. The need for electricity is growing too. At Duke Energy, we're meeting the challenge, providing even more electricity that's reliable, that stays affordable. To do this, we're investing in our communities with a diverse, balanced mix of energy sources and making targeted upgrades to the grid so that South Carolina can thrive in a smarter energy future.
Stay up to date on the action all year round by following us on social media. Get game updates, exclusive content, ticket information, and much more by following The Drive on YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. 1-0 drive as we move on to the bottom of the second inning. Nazan Zanatello will lead it off. He'll be followed by Friley Encarnacion and Justin Reamer. Zanatello, well, he did this on Tuesday night. Left the yard twice. Home runs number 3 and 4 on the season.
Yeah, went back-to-back. Antonio Anderson hit that 3-run shot, jumped ahead. And you know how it goes, Dan. You hit 2 home runs, you get a day off.
Yes. And Zanatello takes the first pitch, a strike. The intriguing thing behind those 2 home runs was earlier in the day, J.P. Fasone, the hitting coach, made some changes to Zanatello's stance at the plate, widening the stance a little bit and lowering the hands, trying to cut down on some movement, get the bat to the ball more consistently. He has struck out 82 times already this season. So he had some time to work on it in the cage, work on it in batting practice, and he went out and he homered twice. He's behind 1-2 here. Samuel's delivering, and he lays off a pitch low. Two balls and 2 strikes on Nazan Zanatello leading off the second inning. The break-even pitch, and he hits it hard but foul past Liam Carroll. Down the left field side, it'll bounce out into fair territory, and Patrick Clohissy will run it down and toss it to the kids on the hillside.
Well, and Dan, that's another good swing right there. We just saw the 2 home runs, and he just looks a lot more confident at the plate. There were times during that stretch where off balance, and great to see him. have some success.
Again, the 2-2, and he takes that one inside, ball 3. So he's run the count full, and Samuel's ready with the payoff. And Zanatello hits it down the third base line. Broke his bat. Esposito backhands, throws low, and it gets away from the first baseman. And that will be an error, and Zanatello is a leadoff base runner.
Got that ball in play. That's a long throw if you've ever been down there, and just can't hang on the backhand. Horn over there, and he's an excellent first baseman, but just couldn't make that play. Got that ball in play and on base.
So Friley Encarnacion still looking for his first hit as a member of the drive, and he fouls this one back. He is 0 for 8 with 4 strikeouts. He is the reigning Carolina League Player of the Month for what he did while he was at Salem. The error on Esposito, by the way, his 5th of the season. The 0-1, and he takes it in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. He was hitting .302 with 10 homers and 32 runs batted in when he was promoted for this series. Looking for his first base hit in a drive uniform. Zanatello goes, and the pitch is fouled straight back. It's 1-2. Justin Reamer on deck. A lot of room out in right center field for the big right-handed batter. The 1-2 pitch. And it's popped out towards shallow left center field, but shading him that way was Espinosa. And the center fielder puts it away, 1 out. Now Reamer, who had a pair of hits last night, got his average up to .279. He also drew a walk for the 6th consecutive game. He's driven in 7 runs on the season. Throw over, and Zanatello backhands first. And Tom, after missing just over a month with that shoulder injury, it looks like he's really kind of settling back in now. Runner goes. Pitch is taken inside. The throw down is short, and it pops away from the second baseman covering, but backing it up was the center fielder, Lizandro. So Zanatello's still second base. He's in scoring position with 1 out.
Good speed, good jump. Able to get on second base, and Espinosa backed that up in center field. Didn't allow him to advance to third, but in scoring position now here in the 2nd.
So let's see if Reamer can find a gap somewhere and drive him in. Big hole on the right side of the infield for him. The 1-0 pitch is hit deep in the hole at short. Backhanded by Tavares. His off-balance throw and a pick on the short hop by Horn this time. That's a fine play on both ends. Tavares and Horn, and Tavares, you talk about getting rid of it right now, really never set himself.
Yeah, I mean, that's an outstanding play. This is his 25th game there. He's 23 at second base, and we saw him make some fine plays at second yesterday, and he made another good one there at short.
So it'll take something with 2 out from Hudson White, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike. White 2 for 4 with a double last night. Average at .212 and climbing. 3 homers and 15 runs batted in. Zanatello dancing off the bag at second, and that changeup floats in for a strike. And White finds himself down 0-2. Looking for a 2-out hit that could add to a 1-0 lead early. 0-2 pitch. And it's in the air to center field. Lisandro Espinosa started in, now backing up. That ball had some carry to it, and he made the catch 3 or 4 steps shy of the warning track in deep right center. So the Drive get a runner to second, but they can't get him in. And after 2 innings complete, it remains a 1-0 Greenville lead over Rome.
Lake Bowen Baptist Church in Inman.
MW Aero. We've got Bill, CEO here, and not just, but we've got a quality intern right here. Tell us your name again, Matt.
I'm Anna Wood.
All right, we've got Hannah out down here, and we want to know, Bill, we're so happy to have you down on the concourse underneath the power alley. Come by and see him at section 101, but tell us who you are and what's going on over here. I'm seeing a lot of interesting parts, and I'm hearing about aerospace, helicopters. Tell us what's really behind the scenes over here.
Well, I'm Bill at PMW Aero. We make world-class parts for a lot of things that fly high in the sky that you don't really see. A lot of satellites, a lot of rockets, and if you think about super precision, tight tolerance machine parts that have to make these things work, that's really what we do. We can't do it without people like Anna here, though. And that's why we're so excited to see all these young new adults and young faces out here that are going to come and join our company.
Wonderful. Okay, well, tell us what's coming up in the future. 2025 and beyond, it seems like a lot of things are changing, Bill.
DanScottShow.org today. That's DanScottShow.org. Looking to upgrade your style? If so, visit the Drive online team store. Hoodies, hats, photos, polos, you name it. They have something for the whole family. Visit GreenvilleDrive.com and upgrade your style today. Top of the third inning, top of the order due up for Rome against Max Carlson. 1-0 Drive, and here to call innings 3 and 4, the fashion standard here in the press box, Tom Van Hoy.
Well, I'm old enough, Dan, that it's been in fashion, out of fashion, back in fashion several times. So I'm probably somewhere in between right now. I'm waiting for the next decade.
Your day-to-day.
Well, there's Max Carlson, and he came in back of Noah Song, and he delivers the first pitch to Espinoza. Ground ball to the second baseman. Justin Reamer there tonight. There you go. One pitch. One out here, the top half of the third inning. Espinoza had grounded out the shortstop his first time up, so we got to see Noah Song. We saw Chris Murphy, a couple rehabs, so you have to adjust your pitching along the way when they want simple players to have opportunities to build back up and move back up with the organization. So here's Colissi. I mean, he is not only an outstanding offensive player with 3 home runs and 20 runs batted in, scored 31 to lead the team and 31 out of 37 stolen bases. But boy, he's made a couple of really good plays. One in center field last night, and then one in left field tonight. Hits it right back up the middle, goes right over the bag. The throw got him. That's a nice play by Zanatello, because you don't know if that ball's going to hit the bag, and if it does, that's a base hit.
Yeah, and the issue Zanatello has is he can't really charge that ball because it was heading right to the second base bag, and he doesn't know if it's going to hit the bag or not, and because he had to wait on it, Colissi almost beat it out.
2 up, 2 down quickly here in the third inning. Zanatello playing shortstop tonight with Franklin Arias having the night off, and he'll slide over there and play shortstop as Will Verdung, who struck out first time, 83 breaking ball from Noah Song, takes the first pitch for ball one. Right-hand hitter, bit of an open stance. He leads the team in hitting .298, no home runs, 15 runs batted in. Shows his versatility on the infield as well, playing in the third position. Leads the team in on-base percentage, tied in triples with 2. A team that has struggled offensively, but got just enough of those 4 hits last night to win 4-1. Fouled out of play down the right field line. 4.3 runs per game is what Rome averages. That's 9th in the league. They had 224, which is 7th. The first 2 games averaging 3.5, hitting 136. 8 for 39 coming in, but they got those 4 hits early and 4 runs against Peyton Tolle, and they were able to sustain that lead and eventually win it 4-1. Called strike there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. It's Max Carlson going to settle in. 70 pitches. Max here tonight. Last outing Friday. Jersey Shore. That was the first game of the doubleheader, a 6-4 win, and he started in that one, went 4 innings, gave up 4 runs. And set to deliver the 2-2 pitch here. Top third, 2 down. Did he get him? He did not. A couple of strides by Carlson, and many of the infielders headed toward the dugout, but they'll reverse pivot, go back and set up, and count's gone full of 3 balls, 2 strikes for the third place hitter, Will Verdon. Works from the stretch, the pitch, 3-2, and on the fist, and it's going to get into right field for a base hit. Shaded up the middle for the right-hand hitter was the second baseman Reamer, and just lines it into right field for a 2-out base hit here, the top half of the third.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get another shot of that, but you watch Brooks Brandon, and this is just, I think, inexperience with the position, because his first move was back to the bag to cover, and then realizing that he was much closer to that ball than Reamer was, and by the time he adjusted, it was too late.
He's playing his 6th game at first, 25 behind the plate. And it gives opportunity for E.J. Esposito. And he'll take first pitch for a called strike. 5 home runs and 14 runs batted in. 22 years of age, 5'7", 158 out of Venezuela. Another international free agent. Signed at the age of 16. So Carlson with a runner on first now will throw back over and diving back. For Dunn, he is 5 out of 9. We mentioned Palissy, 31 out of 37. They only have, here we go with the math, Dan, 62 stolen bases. So that's a lot. Here's the 0-1 in on the fist, and a fly ball to right field, and tracking that one a couple of strides to his left and easily taking care of that is Nelly Taylor Jr. as he slides over, and he plays right, and Miguel Blaze plays in center field tonight. Well, able to get out of that, and we head to the bottom half of the third. It's a 1-0 lead for the Drive.
And I want to introduce you to my man, TJ. Everybody make some noise for TJ down here with me. TJ just finished the 2nd grade at Crestview, and it's time to catch his flight. Way up on top, we got his partner up there. He's going to toss our aerospace airplane down this way. We got 2 attempts for you. All you have to do, TJ, is catch the flight. How do you feel?
Good.
All right, we're going to send it down to him. Everybody count down from 3 with me. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, that doesn't count. That doesn't count, TJ. Don't worry about that one. All right. Hey, hold on. You've got to throw it down here. Oh, TJ, that was... We were so close, ladies and gentlemen. That's all right. Give TJ a big round.
There's no better way to experience Greenville Drive baseball than a Drive ticket plan. Ticket plan holders can enjoy year-round VIP event invitations, merchandise discounts, and more. Visit greenvilledrive.com for more details.
Well, we head back to the bottom half of the third inning. It'll be Anthony Lugo, the number 9 hitter, playing his 3rd consecutive game. 3rd of 6 between these two this week. Lugo playing left field for the 2nd consecutive night. Man, he made an outstanding running catch last night toward the line. And the first pitch is 93 miles an hour. Called strike 1. Logan Samuel, 6'4", 170, 23 out of Winfield, Alabama. 0-1 with an ERA of 3.75. This one hit back up the middle, and it gets into center field for a base hit. Came inside on him, he cut down that swing, and he drills it into center field. And that's how the 3rd inning will begin, with a base hit for the 9th place hitter, Andy Lugo.
Yeah, he had been scuffling a little bit, just 4 for his last 23 before that base hit. His average had been between 280 and 300 pretty much all year, so hopefully it's a sign he's going to get it going again.
There's a young man like to get it going again, Ferry Rodriguez. And he hit a fly ball to left field his first time up, and that was a fine play by Lohisi that we talked about. Already 3 really good defensive plays in this game, and We've talked about Roman, and one of the reasons that they're kind of hanging in there as well, along with the Drive, trying to challenge with 13 games down the stretch in the first half of the season, is because they've had outstanding pitching, an ERA of 3.74, which is the 4th best in the league. Opposition hitting just .211, and they are number 2 in fielding percentage as well. There goes the runner, and there goes the throw into center field. He is up and sprinting. Lugo headed to third, and he's in there on a slide safely.
Well, the first batter that attempted to steal on Harry Owen, the throw was low, so perhaps overcompensating a little bit. He airmailed this one. Tavares was able to get the tip of his glove on it, and very alertly Lugo, despite going in head first, able to get up and make his way to third.
Keep that foot on the bag as you slide on by. So the infield's going to come in now, and here's a chance for Rodriguez to pick up his 16th RBI. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 93, 2 balls and 2 strikes, and 4 to 5 the stolen bases. Right now, the Drive aggressively on the base pass, leading at 1-0 on the Miguel Bleis 2-out home run in the first inning as we play here the bottom half of the third. And it's hit hard by the diving second baseman Verdun for a base hit. In with the second run comes Andy Lugo with the infield in. That ball was smoked, and it went by Verdun on the drive, and once it got past him, easily coming home, making it a 2-0 ball game. Great to see that for Yeferi Rodriguez.
Well, with the infield in, you just need to put it in play and take your chances, and he was able to do just that.
So we'll see if Rodriguez thinks about going. Nelly Taylor at the plate now. And he swings to the first pitch and fouls it out of play down the left field line. He flied to left field his first time up in the ball game. Came in 1 for 8 with a run, a strikeout, and a walk. Just off the plate outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. First time these two teams played, he was 6 out of 18. And the Drive really struggled in that series. They lost 4 of them, and the final 2 were 2-0-6-0 and went 19 2/3 without scoring and hit 198 as a team. See, it's a high fly ball out into center field, and tracking in and making that catch is the center fielder Espinosa, with Justin Janis, the right fielder, in the general area as well, on the fly ball to center field by Nelly Taylor. Here comes the first out here in the inning. Gets away from Miguel Bleis. Bleis blasted one his first time up over the left field wall, and that gave the Drive an early 1-0 lead. They have increased that now with a run here in the bottom of the third to 2-0. And the first pitch, there she goes. Goodbye. That one is long gone, and he can touch them all for the second time in this game and the 9th time this year, and add another couple of RBIs. Now we're 35.
Well, which means he'll be off tomorrow, right?
Yes, yes, right. Wow. I mean, the first one got out of here in a hurry, and that one got out of here. Look where that one lands.
He got all of that.
He got all of that.
Yes, he did.
Well, the Drive take a 4-0 lead. And visiting to the mound right now is Harry Owen with Logan Samuels. Man, Bleis hammering that out of here. The Drive hit 9 home runs against Jersey Shore. They only had 25 coming in. Now they've hit 5. Anderson, 2 Zanatello, 2 by Bleis. And there are a lot of, there's a smash. Third baseman has it, turns, fires, and got him. Oh my goodness. You want to talk about an outstanding play, and all you got to do is smile. You see Brooks Brannon, that ball, you can't hit it any harder. Watch this as Esposito goes to his left. He's got to turn all the way around and fire it 2, 3, 4, 5 hops. And he got him at first. Sensational play. That's the 4th really good defensive play that we have seen by this Rome team here, and we're in the 3rd inning. I mean, that's just an outstanding play. Brandon had lined to center field his first time up, and that was another outstanding play with a great running catch then. So opportunity for Nizan Zanatello. He reached out of there his first time up, and ironically, it was on Esposito. Talked about he's played 26 games there at third and 5 at second base, but principally a third baseman this year. So with 2 down, Zanatello trying to get things started again. So Miguel Blaze has homered his first 2 times up. And the Drive have opened a 4-0 lead. Last night they got 1 run on 8 hits. This one stays up high on 3-0 and a 4-pitch walk. And he already has a stolen base. We might see him go again as Fraile Encarnacion steps to the plate. Looking for his first base hit. He's 0 for 9. But if you think back to Franklin Arias, here's the pitch, hit hard. Third baseman makes that play again, Esposito, and he will go the short way on the fielder's choice. A 6-4 play there, and that'll do it. But nonetheless, 3 runs, 3 hits, a home run by Miguel Blaze, a 2-run shot, and we are through 3 complete. The Drive with a 4-0 lead when we come back.
Dan's
Atmosphere, Champion Aerospace, Haskell, PSA Airlines, ACL Air Shop, SC Tech, Lockheed Martin, Southern Air Repair, Marr and Associates, Behringer Aerospace, Jimba Systems, PMW Aerospace, First National Bank, GE Aerospace, and Sciencego. The Greenfield Drive are honored to welcome the following groups: Aerospace VIP, Williams Wealth Management, Southern Traditions Window Fashion, 1847 Financial, United Healthcare, Charity Baptist
for Max Carlson here in the 5th inning. That pitch misses inside, 1-1. Probably also had a transaction today. They placed left-hander Zach Fogel on the injured list. He's got a bit of a forearm issue, and our understanding it's probably going to be a few weeks before he pitches again. Swing and a miss. So just as the Drive gets back up to close to full strength from the number of pitchers on the roster, they lose Zach Fogel, no replacement at least today. We'll see what transpires the rest of the week. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Clohissy. Runner goes. Carlson pitches. Strike 3 swing and throw to third is not in time. Grady gets the stolen base. Clohissy down on strikes for the 2nd out. 4th strikeout for Carlson, and with 2 down and the runner at third, Will Verdung will bat. He has struck out and singled in 2 times up. So the Drive had made just 2 errors in their last 6 games. They've made 2 here tonight. And that pick on the in-between hop by Brannon on the throw by Encarnacion saved a 3rd error and what would have no doubt scored a 2nd run in this inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Verdung. Pitch. Breaking ball, and it misses inside. 2-0. But again, Carlson has thrown how many pitches? Their man Kyle checking out the action, working the Green Monster tonight. But again, this inning should have been a 1-2-3 inning. Carlson's thrown at least 10 extra pitches in the inning because of that. And now the 2-0 to Verdung is grounded foul outside of third, down beyond the tarp. 2-1. Every fan's dream is to make the Hall of Fame, and now you can. The Hall of Fame Sports Grill, 531 Wade Hampton Boulevard in Greenville. Live sports, trivia, and fantastic food. Find out more at halloffamesportsgrill.com. And don't forget that coming up on Saturday of this week, it's Barbecue in the Lot with live music from the Eric Weiler Band, beginning at 2 p.m. at the Hall of Fame Sports Grill. Ground ball to short. Zanatello gets. Zanatello throws in the dirt, and Brannon can't handle it again, and the run scores to make it 4-2. I mean, you could see Zanatello aiming the ball that time rather than just fielding and throwing, and he commits another throwing error that allows the run to score. So both runs in the inning unearned, no RBI. And Hudson White going out to talk to his pitcher. Again, this should have been a 1-2-3 inning. The throwing error by Zanatello on Harry Owen leading off. The fly ball to shallow right center that should have been caught, but no communication between Miguel Blaze and Nellie Taylor. They collided and the ball fell in for a double. Ground ball to third by Espinoza got a run in, and only Brannon making a nice pick on a low throw there saved an error. Strikeout of Clohissy, and then the throwing error by Zanatello, the 2nd of the inning. And now E.J. Exposito, who has homered once in this series, at the plate representing the tying run here at the top of the 5th, and he takes ball 1. He has reached on an error by Encarnacion and has flied to right in 2 times up. The 1-0. Change up a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Drive's lead has been cut in half here thanks to Some shoddy defense, 4-2. And a fly ball, shallow center. Blaze coming in and calling this one well ahead of making the catch. And the inning is over. But 2 errors in the inning lead to 2 unearned runs. And we're halfway through this Thursday night encounter. Drive lead at 4-2. Back in a moment.
With over 30 years in the business, Greenville Print Solutions is trusted by the heaviest hitters in the industry, such as the City of Greenville, the Greenville Greek Festival, the Scottish Games, universities like Clemson, Mississippi.
Since 2006, Kudzu Staffing has not only strived for excellence, but we consider ourselves an extension of our client's HR department. With top-notch recruiters, sales team members, and customer service, Kudzu Staffing can tailor employee training to meet any client needs. Recruiting and training employees across South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, Kudzu Staffing is more like the kudzu vine. Fast-growing, hard to stop, and covers everything. To find out more and see our regional locations, visit kudzustaffing.com.
The educational experience to be different, to have a distinct and purposeful pathway of opportunity, access, and resources. It's the opportunity to engage in real-world, hands-on experiences, such as study away, research, and internships. It's access to world-class faculty and 4 impactful institutes. It's the resources available to help you understand your strengths and how they fit into the world. It's the deep sense of community surrounded by pure beauty.
Book your next event at Fluor Field at the West End, whether you're looking for the perfect venue to host your large-scale event or looking to spice up your quarterly earnings retreat. West End Events has the perfect backdrop for you. Visit westendeventsgvl.com for more info. Well, Tom, have they changed the scoring on
that double?
What was the double is the question, because the Drive have 4 errors now, according to the board and Game Day. Now they've made it 3 on the board, so apparently...
Yeah, because they've only got 3 hits, and the third hit would have been the double.
Okay, so they're going to have to change that on Game Day as well. Nellie Taylor Jr. leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ahead 2 balls and no strikes. He's flied to left and flied to center at 2 times up. And the 2-0 is outside ball 3. Taylor, Blaze, and Brannon. And there's ball 4. Nellie Taylor Jr. walks on 4 straight. That's the second walk issued by Logan Samuels. And here comes Miguel Blaze. 2 times up. 2 long home runs over the Green Monster in left field. Numbers 8 and 9 on the season. Now 35 runs batted in. A solo shot and a 2-run shot. And Samuel's first pitch to him is swung on and bounced on an in-between hop. Nice pick by Esposito. Throw to second for 1. The relay not in time. Might want to hit it to somebody else. 5-3, or 5-4 rather, on the force out of Taylor. Blaze safe on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, that's a nice play again. Just off to his left. You really can't come get that one, and you've got that one shot there to scoop it, and he did successfully.
Brannon has been robbed twice in this game. Blaze running on the first pitch. It's taken low and no throw by the catcher, Owen. So stolen base for Blaze. Brannon robbed by Espinoza in the first inning. A diving catch in center field coming in towards right center, and then last time had a hit taken away by Esposito down at third. That pitch is down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Samuels has thrown 74 pitches now. And that breaking ball fisted over the shortstop's head into shallow left for a base hit. And Blaze was in no man's land. He had to stay put to make sure that Tavares didn't catch the ball, so he doesn't advance. But Brandon gets the hit to extend his hitting streak to 12.
Yeah, he made a nice read there. He's got to make sure, and you know, rising, standing vertical there was Tavares. He can't put it close to making it.
Angel Flores coming out. That's going to be all for the Rome right-hander. And we've got an Atlanta-bred company call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return right after this.
Dan Scott here for the Atlanta Bread Company. What do I like about Atlanta Bread? Well, too much to mention in a short commercial, but here are...
I really messed up. You forgot a gift for your best friends. And they live so far away. They're going to hate me. They're going to love you. What? You're sending them Cincy Favorites. Cincy Favorites? It's a sampler of their favorite flavors from Montgomery Inn, Graeter's, Gleer's, La Rosa's, Skyline Chili, Queen City Sausage, and Longdale Farm. That's perfect. They're the only authorized...
Now the Atlanta Bread Company call to the bullpen for Rome brings on left-hander Samuel Strickland.
6'2", 218, 26 out of Birmingham, 19th round pick in the draft of 2021. Hey, from Sanford, so I bet he's pitched here at the SoCon tournament. Spent 4 years there. 3-2, good ERA. 2.33. This will be his 14th appearance. He does have 2 starts and a save. 19 1/3 total innings, 6 runs, 5 earned. He's allowed 14 hits. Wow, struck out 21, walked 2. 1 home run. Opposition hitting .206.
And Tom, Logan Samuels exits 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, and how about this? No strikeouts.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Nazan Zanatello, the first batter Strickland will face, and he starts him off with a breaking ball strike. Zanatello has reached on an error and walked in 2 times up. The 0-1 to him. That one's low. Two on, 1 out. And Zanatello swings and he hits one high and deep, way back. 3-run home run for Nazan Zanatello. 7-2 drive.
Man, do you feel good for that young man? Made a couple of errors, didn't let it bother him. His 3rd home run in this series. And you called it, Dan. I mean, he launched it long, and the 3 home runs that he's hit, have been smoked to left field off the building.
Encarnacion swings at the first pitch, and he pops it up foul off of first. Bryson Horn coming in toward the plate, and between the handles of the Arthrex scissors makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Or 2 down, rather.
I thought you were going to say Edward Scissorhands.
Justin Reamer is grounded to short, fly to center, and 2 times up. Zanatello, that's his 5th home run, and now 19 runs batted in.
Well, bottle that change that
yes,
they made.
We talked about it before.
Yeah.
Before Tuesday's opener, they made some adjustments in his batting stance, widened the stance out, lowered his hands, try to get some extraneous movement out of the swing, and I'd say so far so good. 3 for 5 officially in the series, all 3 hits, home runs. Reamer skies it foul. Drops on the warning track down in front of the Dew dugout, right field side. The 0-2, and he bounced it up there, 1-2. You can close the book on Logan Samuels. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts, 75 pitches, 44 strikes. 2-2 pitch to Reamer, and he chases a pitch off the plate outside, strike 3, and the inning is over. But Nazan Zanatello plays long ball again. And after 5, the Drive extend the lead over Rome to 7-2 here at Fluor Field.
You really messed up. I really messed up. You forgot a gift for...
It's time for the gun show.
Season long. As of the moment, up to the minute, they have hit 15 on this homestand.
It's unbelievable, Dan.
9 against Jersey Shore, 6 so far against this Rome team.
Yeah, 9 games.
Yeah. Ambioris Tavares leading it off for Rome, and he takes ball 1 from Carlson.
And Dan, none of them were like the one that Ceddanne Raphael hit 308 feet to win the game the other day.
No, not even close.
Red Sox.
Tavares 0 for 2, and Carlson misses outside. Two balls and no strikes. Tavares, Janis, and Horn, 5, 6, and 7 due up for Rome. And there's ball 3. Carlson, since coming on behind Noah Song's rehab outing, 3 2/3 innings. He has struck out 4, has yet to walk a batter, and that is a strike, 3 and 1. And the 2 runs that he gave up are unearned runs. Three balls and a strike. And there's strike 2.
And Dan, the Maxie's pitch, 4 1/3, Winston-Salem, 4 against Hub City and Jersey Shore. And the Max pitches, he's thrown 63 against Hub City twice.
And Liam Carroll telling Tom and me today that he's on a 70 pitch count. There's strike 3 swing, and he came all the way back to get it. And that's 1 down. That was pitch number 59. So it's conceivable this could be his last inning. Now Justin Janis, who has walked and taken a called 3rd strike. Left-handed batter, and Carlson's first pitch is a breaking ball fouled straight back. After this series, the Drive will go on the road for 6 for Hudson Valley, and then come back on Tuesday the 17th for a 6-game series with Greensboro. And it's the midpoint of that series when the first half comes to an end. The 0-1 is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's after game 3 on the 19th of this month. That will be the final game of the first half. The 1-1. Fouled straight back. It's 1-2. Scanning the crowd,
I am. It's a big crowd tonight, Dan.
Here's Carlson's 1-2 pitch. Line drive into center, but right at Miguel Blaze, who makes the catch, and there are 2 down. Bryson Horn, who's bounced back to the mound and flied to right in 2 times up. Carlson trying for a 1-2-3 6th inning. Swing and a miss on a good breaking ball. Comes the 0-1. Misses the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Kudzu Staffing scoreboard. Top of the 6th inning, Hub City with a 4-2 lead at Greensboro. Hub City, along with the Drive and Rome, chasing the Hot Rods of Bowling Green. And speaking of which, they lead Jersey Shore 2-0. Blue Claws batting top of the 4th inning out in Western Kentucky. Bottom of the 4th, Aberdeen at home leading Hudson Valley 2-1. Asheville a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th over visiting Winston-Salem. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging, and that's the inning. And the other game, Brooklyn a 1-0 lead at Wilmington in the top of the 8th. 1-2-3 inning for Max Carlson. And we're in the middle of the 6th. Drive with a 7-2 lead over Rome here at Fluor Field.
With over 30 years in the field.
Hey, J-Do, it looks like Reedy's up to no good. What's going on down there?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have misplaced the moon. I don't know where it is, and I've got 2 great fans out here going to help us find it. Reagan and Bennett. Wait, I see the moon. Here's your target. Reedy Rippett has stolen the moon. We've been wondering what that satellite has been that has taken the moon hostage. We're going to take him down with these water balloons. Ready, set, go. Your mission is cream that frog. He's got the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Run, Reedy, run. If you know what's best for you, you won't get hit. Oh, she missed her first one. Oh, second. You've got to stop that frog, Bennett. There it is. We've got him. We've taken him down. Give it up for Reagan and Bennett.
Lake Bowen Baptist Church exists to deliver the gospel, disciple the Christian, and deploy the Christ follower. Find out more at lakebowenbaptist.com. Along with Tom Van Hoy and our extremely talented cast of mostly young folks working in all areas of the broadcast production tonight. I'm Dan Scott. It is 7-2 Drive as we commence action here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Young people and Mark Sanchez running our high home plate camera tonight.
Wave to booth cam.
Half a called third strike. Martorella barking about the call as he's a strikeout victim for out number 1 here in the second. Josh Zamora, the DH, batting right-handed. He'll step to the plate next. But Braun pitching on the 30th. That was Friday night in Chattanooga. Allowed just 1 run in 6 innings. Unfortunately for him, the offense didn't do anything, and they lost 1-0 to the Lookouts. Josh Zamora, awaiting the first, takes a fastball middle in for a called strike. It's 0-1. Josh mired in a bit of a skid, batting .216 on the year, 3 homers, 11 RBI. 0 for his last 9 and 0 for 7 in this series. 0-1. Slider taken wide off the plate. The count is even, a ball and a strike. No score, home second. Neither team has a base runner to this point. 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul behind home plate. Back our way. Zabrowski watches it leave the field of play and bounce into the concourse just beneath us. I hear a smattering of applause. Looks like a fan has it in her hands. I'll take that to mean that everyone's all right. I bet Sonny the usher down there is right on top of it. 1-2 from Braun. Set at the belt. A deep breath. A pause, and now the pitch home. Zamora takes just outside on a cut fastball. If not for the rain that delayed tonight's game an hour and 1 minute, you'd think it was a perfect night here in Pensacola. 2-2, swing and a miss on a high fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Braun. Martorella looking, now Zamora swinging. With 2 down and the bases empty, Ryan Ignafo will take his first Double-A at bat. Ignafo, added to the roster yesterday, arrived midday, had a chance to sit in the dugout, warm up some pitchers in the bullpen, and now play in a game that matters. Ignafo, good numbers in his first 40 games this year for High A Beloit. First pitch, slow breaking pitch. The curve drops in for a called strike. It's 0-1. Ignafo, who last year was a Florida State League postseason All-Star and received an August promotion to High A Beloit, began this year with the Sky Car, leading the team in doubles, homers, and RBI. 0-1 pitch lifted in the air down the right field line. Paolini over, and in fair territory, has time and room to make the catch. Ignafo retired in his debut at bat. We head quickly onto the third. No base runners and no score for either team on Valley Sports Live and the Blue Wahoos Baseball Network. Like sunshine in baseball, Joe Patty's Seafood is a Pensacola tradition. World famous for its huge selection of domestic and imported seafood. All in one stop. Drop by Amangiari's Gourmet Specialty Foods and Deli or Anna's Fine Wines. They'll pack your seafood in ice or in your own cooler if you prefer. Grab a refreshing beverage from a large selection of domestic and
Very simple in regards to the triangle B and the block lettering for Birmingham across the chest.
This is something that's a little bit more geared towards the players. Having the tribute to Negro League, I think this is going to be a marquee moment for them in their journey.
To be able to honor and salute the legacy and contributions of the Negro League legends is just unbelievable.
Go in the cage, on the field, and into the sky during 6 straight hours of live coverage at the 2025 MLB Draft Combine, June 17th at noon Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Chopper
Chance for a triple play. They've got Sujasi caught in a rundown for the third out. They get him. Louisville turns a triple play to end the second inning. Runners were at first and second. Hot shot up the box. And a quick end to bottom 2.
3 weeks with the M's. And he swings at this first pitch and loops it into shallow center. This might fall in, racing in and diving and making the catch is
far as we head to the top of the third inning. Geraldo Quintero, the switch hitter, stands in batting left against the righty Fitterer, who deals a first pitch up and away. It's ball one on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball with Kobe Kato and Keyshawn Ogans due up in the Columbus third. 7, 8, and 9 for the Klingstones. Fitterer winds and the 1-0 home. Swing and a liner off the fist. Pop to first. Margarella backing up, makes the grab near the right field turf, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the third inning. First 7 sat down in order to begin the ball game by Evan Fitterer. And Kobe Kato is now the batter with 1 away, nobody on. Kato, a left-handed swinger, getting his first cracks of the evening. Fitterer looks him down, takes a breath, and the first pitch home. Swinging a foul off the plate, and it's 0-1. Kato, a 200 hitter, 5 doubles and a homer, along with 10 RBIs. We last saw him on Tuesday. On the 0-1, Kato swings and misses. Pitch down and in, and it's 0-2 quickly from Fitterer, who has already logged 3 punch-outs in this game so far through 2 1/3 innings. Right-hander comes set, turns and fires the 0-2. Breaking ball low and away, a ball and 2 strikes on Kato. Wahoo's playing Kato to pull the ball to the right side. Cerna very deep in the hole at second. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Change up down and away, and Kato went fishing. It's out number 2 here in the top of the third inning, and 8 straight retired by Fitterer to begin his outing. Strikeout number 4 on the evening, and it brings Keyshawn Ogans to the plate with nobody on and 2 down. Ogans playing third and hitting 9th tonight for Columbus. Right on right matchup here in a 0-0 game. Fitterer looks in and dials the first pitch in. Swinging a foul back on a breaking ball, and it's 0-1 on Ogans, who comes into this one a 167 batter, 2 doubles, no homers, 4 RBIs, and playing a little bit less regularly than we saw him start with the Mississippi Braves a year ago. 0-1, breaking ball stays in, and it's a ball and a strike. Last year, Ogans 100 games even with the M-Braves. This year battling for playing time on the Columbus infield. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Ogans. Saw this California native yesterday. Ogans finished that game 0 for 3, but the Klingstones did get the win, 3-2, beating Robbie Snelling. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball sharply hit up the middle and into center for a base hit. First base runner for either team, and the Klingstones on the board with their first hit on a sharp grounder off the bat of Ogans. That brings the top of the lineup card to the plate in the form of Cody Milligan. Runner at first, 2 down here in the top of the third inning. 0-0 between Columbus and Pensacola. Milligan, a left-handed batter and a usual slap type hitter. Ogans at first. Fitterer, the first pitch home is away, a breaking ball. It's 1-0 on Milligan, who flew out to center his first time up. Milligan 0 for 8 on the week so far with a walk. Wahoo's done a good job against this veteran, batting out of the leadoff spot every game so far this week. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right to Martorella. It pops off his glove, but he recovers to take it to the bag himself and end the top of the third inning. A 2-out hit, but no runs for the Klingstones. Still 0-0 going to the home third on Bally Sports Live and the Wahoo's Baseball Network.
Consistently rated among the region's top event venues, 511 Palafox in downtown Pensacola is thoughtfully designed to accommodate events of any kind. Here you'll find warm hospitality, with every detail paying tribute to the building's rich history. Our second-floor loft is perfect for smaller celebrations, while the ground floor offers a beautiful indoor space and outdoor courtyard for large groups. Visit 511.
Baseball's in full swing, and now your new or growing business can knock it out of the park too with MLB Ads Direct, the league's new easy-to-use digital ad platform, seamlessly integrating your brand into the MLB digital fan experience with targeted digital ads running exactly where you want them, when you want them, helping your business drive brand awareness, advance online engagement, score new customers, and so much more. MLB Ads Direct, elevating your business to big league business.
Rodriguez is looking for something to hit here hard.
High fly ball, right center field. KC goes back on the warning track, and the two collide out there. The ball is sitting out in right center field. Bases clearing, triple. No, Rodriguez gonna try and score the throw. It's an inside the park grand slam.
One of the personal touches on the uniform is the gray, making it look like it's the old wool.
The great thing about the Birmingham Black Barons uniforms, very simple in regards to the triangle B and the block lettering for Birmingham across the chest.
This is something that's a little bit more geared towards the players. Having the tribute to Negro League, I think this is going to be a marquee moment for them in their journey.
To be able to honor and salute the legacy and contributions of the Negro League legends is just unbelievable.
The starter, Lucas Braun. Braun puts it on his hip, right on right matchup, and he brings it home. First pitch up and in on Olmstead, and it's a ball and no strikes. Little battle here, first time tonight between a couple of California natives. Braun from Santa Monica, Olmstead from Newport Beach. 1-0 delivery. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. And you know, these two guys just about similar careers. Both played their final collegiate season in 2023 when their schools were actually opponents at one point. 2-0 pitch. Down and away, 3 balls and no strikes with Mark Coley II on deck. Now, Lucas Braun, a product of Cal State Northridge. Johnny Olmstead out of USC, and those two teams did battle in 2023. 3-0 is a strike called inside corner, 3-1. I did check as well. In that one game they played, Braun did not pitch, although Olmstead was in the lineup and got a couple hits that day. 3-1. Down and away on appeal, no swing, and Olmstead draws a walk. Advantage Trojan in that matchup. Drawing a free pass off a former Matador to begin the bottom of the 3rd inning.
The way these guys remember competitions, I'm guessing Johnny could recount every single at-bat he had.
Olmstead with a pretty good career at USC, 19th round pick in 2023. And here's another collegiate product, Mark Coley II, formerly at Rhode Island. Right on right, first pitch, Coley takes away, and it's 1-0. Olmstead, by the way, first base runner of the game for the Wahoos. Braun had previously sat down the first 6 of the ball game. 1-0 delivery. Swing and a foul in the air right side, and it's 1-1 on Coley, who enters this game a .220 hitter, 6 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 14 RBIs. And we saw that first triple of the season yesterday for Mark. Hit it in the 7th inning and drove in a run to make it 3-2. 1-1 is inside, 2 balls and a strike. Unfortunately, though, that was where Coley was left to end that inning. Tying run was 90 feet away. Wahoos couldn't drive him in and eventually fell by just a run. Throw back over to first. Olmstead back to the bag, and there's disengagement number 1. Not a bad idea to pay some attention to Johnny over there. He's 8 of 13 in steal tries for a Wahoo club that does do some running. Second in the Southern League in steals entering the night. And on the 2-1, Olmstead goes. It's up and in on Coley for ball 3. The throw down by Zabrowski, not in time. Right on cue, Johnny Olmstead with stolen base number 9 on the campaign.
And he's in scoring position with nobody down here in the bottom of the third inning.
Pretty close play. Our television viewers will get the look we saw from the press box. Man, close play.
Really good throw by Zabrowski on what was a good pitch to throw on. Up and in on the right-handed hitting Coley. Zabrowski was cocked to fire right away, but Olmsted just barely did beat it out. 3-1 the count, the pitch. Just low and away on Coley, and it's ball 4. Back-to-back walks dished out by Lucas Braun to begin the bottom of the third inning. And good speed aboard for the Wahoos now with Olmsted at second and Coley at first for Dalvia Rosario. First 6 of the game retired by Braun, but now a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here in inning number 3. A right-on-right matchup here with Rosario, who's hitting 9th tonight. First pitch, Rosario shows bunt and takes a strike at the top of the zone. 87-mile-an-hour off speed. It's 0-1. Dalvia, a 171 hitter on the season, but doesn't tell the story of what he's been doing lately. All of a sudden, Dalvi's hot with the bat. A look back at Olmsted by Braun, and the 0-1. Rosario shows bunt again and can't get it down. It's off the bottom of the barrel and foul. Back of the plate. 0-2 following that 93-mile-an-hour fastball. On the week, Rosario's 1 for 6, but that one was a solo homer back on Tuesday. It was his second straight game with a long ball. He also clubbed one on Sunday at Montgomery. So Dalvey, who was hitting .089 in mid-May, has raised his batting average about 100 points over the last couple weeks. Good to see Rosario coming around with the stick. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit to short. Conley underhand flip to second. Cato goes to third. Olmsted sliding in there. And the Klingstones get 1 out on the fielder's choice. Rosario with good speed was hurtling down the line. And the Wahoos have him at the corners as Coley is cut down on that fielder's choice.
Good base running by Johnny Olmsted. I think the instinct would be to round third and wait for an errant throw, maybe going to first, but with no chance to get Rosario at first, Cato tried to spin around and catch Olmsted off guard. Luckily for him, he didn't stray far at all from the base.
Men at the corners now for Jared Cerna, right on right, with Rosario at first, Olmsted at third, and the first pitch drifts down and away from Cerna. Breaking ball. It's 1-0.
Wouldn't put it past the Wahoos to maybe try a double steal here, or at the very least try and steal Rosario to second.
We've seen them try that this year. 1-0. Swing and a foul. Check swing, I should say, and it's a ball and a strike on Cerna, who followed through just enough to get a piece of that with the lumber. 1 out with Olmsted at third, Rosario at first. No score here in the bottom of the third inning. Wahoos with a couple of walks to begin this inning with their best threat of the game so far. Lucas Braun trying to battle through his first trouble of the evening. A lot of room on the right side for Cerna. And a throw back over to first. Rosario back into the bag. Disengagement number 1. Definitely good speed aboard if the Wahoos want to get a little spicy with the base running. Olmsted already with a steal in this inning, and Rosario, like we just saw, can run. They have stayed put so far, and on the 1-1, Cerna fouls it back at the plate. It's 1-2. Braun on the mound, a 6th-round pick in 2023 out of Cal State Northridge. Currently the Braves' number 9 prospect in their organization. Whole kitchen sink's worth of pitches we've already talked about on air. Fastball, cutter, sinker, slider, curveball, and a changeup. And on the 1-2, Cerna takes off speed down. It's 2-2. Coming into this game, Braun has been a little bit of a Wahoo killer as well. 4 prior starts and a combined ERA of 2.07 against this club. 26 1/3 previous innings, only 6 earned runs allowed. He's been tough on Pensacola. 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Cerna dispatched. A breaker down and in on the right-handed hitting Wahoo's second baseman, and a good pitch by Braun to get an important second out here in the bottom of the third inning. Runners still at the corners with 2 away for Cody Morissette. Third strikeout of the night for Braun. And it comes in a key spot, but job's not quite finished for Columbus's right-hander. Morissette, a left-handed bat with some power. First pitch home. Swinging a foul back, and it's 0-1 on the Wahoo's third baseman.
And because Morissette's left-handed, third baseman Ogans has to play off the line more, which gives Olmstead a much greater lead down the third base line.
Ogans at third, playing a little deeper than usual. And off the bag, like you said. 0-1. There goes Rosario. The breaking ball's down low. Rosario on his second. Here comes Olmstead home, and he's safe. Double steal for the Wahoos here in the bottom of the third inning, and it's 1-0 Pensacola. Some nifty base running. Rosario taken off first, and Olmstead on the throw broke toward home alertly and with enough pace to pull the trick off. Rosario now at second with 2 away. Morissette still at the plate. The Wahoos leading by a run, the first to strike tonight. The pitch. There goes Rosario for third. Strike called. Zabrowski's throw. It's underneath the glove of Ogans. Here comes Rosario trotting home to score, and the Wahoos double their lead. It's 2-0. Pensacola forcing the issue on the base paths. A double steal. And then Rosario taken off for third to force an errant throw by Adam Zabrowski. First error of the night for either squad, and it cost the Clingstones a run. The pitch to Morissette is upstairs. And the count 2-2 on Cody. Base is now clear with 2 away. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a drive out to deep center. Milligan toward the warning track. Now squares up facing the infield, and he grabs it. Backpedaling toward the track.
The pitch. Swing and a fly ball to left field. Zavala going back. Zavala at the track. He jumps, and Aaron Zavala makes the catch. My goodness.
Swing a fly ball, hit well, left center field. Garcia to his right, full steam ahead. He dives, and did he get it? No way. He did. Yoswar Garcia.
The pitch. Coming in, Youngblood back is in. He made the catch. He's going to throw to first. Doubled up his Figueroa. Oh, my goodness.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Off Base is in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
Castillo around third, Reed waits him home. Here comes a throw from Montez high, and the runner cashes into the catcher, and the tag is applied. What a play by Freddy Batista.
Even better, every dollar spent at Bubba's is reinvested in the community. Swing by Bubba's Sweet Spot at 405 South Palafox Street, where a Sweet Tooth Grand Slam is par for the course.
This is Evan Fitterer, and you're listening to the Blue Wahoos Baseball Network.
On to the fourth here in Pensacola. The Blue Wahoos suddenly armed with a 2-0 lead following a 2-run bottom of the third. Both those runs scoring without a hit. A couple walks, a couple stolen bases, including a double steal that involved a steal of home by Johnny Olmstead. First pitch home from Evan Fitterer on Cal Conley is swung on and lifted left center, and Coley tracks it down, ranging over toward the gap for out number 1 on pitch number 1 here at the top of the fourth. Conley dispatched for the second time in his many trips to the plate. It brings up David McCabe, another switch hitter in this Columbus lineup with 1 out, nobody on. McCabe about to dig in, batting left-handed. And in case you're curious, that steal of home was the 9th in Blue Wahoos history. First pitch home by Fitterer is a breaking ball, stays away from McCabe. It's 1-0. First time we had seen Oahu do that since Andrew Pintar last July on the 31st at Chattanooga.
We'll forgive you if you forgot about that one because it happened in the midst of a doubleheader that saw the Wahoos score, 36 runs in 14 innings?
They put up a 20 spot in one of them, if memory serves, so there was a lot going on. The Wahoos did it twice last year. Cody Morissette was the other back in May. 2-0, the count on McCabe, and the pitch is a strike call. It's 2-1.
We saw the Montgomery Biscuits do it against the Blue Wahoos here in Pensacola back in the opening homestand, April 9th. Tatum Levins came home from third base.
Catcher doing it from third. 2-1, swinging a foul back by McCabe, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now this season, the Wahoos have executed that double steal play, and they have also had it done against them. And later in that bottom of the third in this game, Dalby Rosario with a steal of third, and came home to score on an error as McCabe fouls this one back at the plate. It's still 2-2. Dalby with a pair of steals in that inning. Olmsted with the same, and Pensacola getting aggressive on the bases to take an early lead in this one. Evan Fitterer deals home the 2-2. Up and in on McCabe, and the count runs full with Drew Compton, another switch hitter, standing on deck. In the meantime, Fitterer has been excellent to start this game. Through 3 1/3, he has faced just 1 over the minimum. Payoff. Swinging a foul tip off the plate, and that caught a piece of Ryan Ignafo. Up to his feet, hopping around a bit in pain over by the left-handed box, and home plate umpire Jamal Allen hand delivering a fresh baseball to give Ignafo a little bit of time to shake that one off. For the Clingstones, Keyshawn Ogans' 2-out single in the top of the third inning, their only base runner to this point. David McCabe at the plate, a guy who walks a whole lot. 35 to lead the Clingstones so far, including 3 in this series, with another characteristic 3-ball count. Payoff. Swing and a bounding ball towards second. Good hop for Cerna right up near his head. He gathers and throws in time for out number 2 in the top of the 4th inning. First 2 men sat down again for Fitterer. He has done that in every inning so far tonight. And more soft ground ball contact for this right-hander. That is his MO. Now Drew Compton coming to the dish. Switch hitter batting left with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-0 Wahoos here in the top of the 4th. Compton, a strikeout victim his first time up, 1 of 4 for Fitterer so far. And on the first pitch here, he takes a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1. Coming into this game, Fitterer, among all pitchers in the league with at least 30 innings, second in ground ball rate, 60% flat. So he is getting a ton of weak contact on the ground. 0-1. Upstairs, just a tick on Compton. It's a ball and a strike. And you figure that'll help Evan against this lineup in particular, because the Clingstones have not been scintillating offensively this year. We'll say that. One of the reasons is they really pound the ball into the ground a lot. 1-1's on the corner for a strike. It's 1-2. Out of the top 25 top ground ball hitters in the Southern League, 4 of them are starting tonight for the Clingstones, and 5 of those top 25 are on this roster. 1-2. Swing and a ground ball right side to Cerna again, ranging in. He makes an off-balance throw for out number 3. And Drew Compton, one of those top 25 ground ball hitters, retired to end the top of the 4th in 1-2-3 fashion. 2-0 Wahoos going to the home 4th on Valley Sports Live and the BWBN.
MILBstore.com is your one-stop shop for minor league team official gear. Whether you're searching for the perfect fitted cap, the latest on-field theme night jersey, or the perfect gift for a family member, you can browse over 500 different logos and designs from your favorite MILB teams. Head on over to MILBstore.com today and subscribe to our newsletter to receive 10% off your first purchase. MILB Store, we have your fun in store.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared.
That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Drive to try to dump its way in, but it's fine. 1-1 pitch. Grounder hit on the left side. Grabbed by the third baseman Delgado. The throw over is in time. And Columbus has a combined no-hitter here tonight at Fifth Third Field as Burns will put a capper on it on a 5-3 putout to end it.
His first knock of the day here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Yesterday, a home run deep out to left. This time, a little dunker into center. And the Wahoos have their leadoff man on with Nathan Martorella at the dish. Left-handed bat, first pitch home is a strike. No, sir. A ball upstairs. A little early with that one. Jamal Allen disagreeing. It's 1-0. Columbus really playing Martorella to pull the ball here to the right side. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball right side, and it sneaks through for a hit. Alderman on to second, turns the Jets on, heading for third. Paolini's throw cut off as Martorella stops at first. Back-to-back singles here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and the Wahoos in some immediate business. Martorella hit that ball pretty hard, and Alderman had to wait just a step to let it pass through, but kept with that surprising speed, able to move around second and get all the way on to third on that grounder. And now here's Josh Zamora with runners at the corners and nobody out. Wahoos with their first two hits of the ball game here in the bottom of the fourth, already leading 2-0. Right on right matchup, Braun Deals. Swing and a drive out to deep left. Quintero back onto the track. It's gone. Josh Zamora going yard for the fourth time this year. And the Wahoos blowing up the scoreboard against Lucas Braun. It's 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth on the 3-run shot. Third batter faced to the inning, and third hit allowed by the Columbus right-hander. The first two singles, and the third just left the building. Zamora with a big-time blast for his first hit of the week. And a crooked number up on the board with Ryan Ignafo now at the plate. Right on right, first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. So the Wahoos with 2 runs in the bottom of the third without a hit, but they have brought their lumber here to the fourth. And on the 0-1, Ignafo swings and drives it in the air out to right. Paolini drifting back toward the track and makes the catch comfortably about 5 feet in front of the warning track for out number 1. Second trip to the plate for Ignafo in his Double-A debut. He is 0 for 2, so we'll have to wait at least one more turn for that first career Double-A hit. Now Johnny Olmstead up to the dish with 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. 5-0, the Wahoos leading. Right on right matchup on the first pitch. Olmstead takes a strike on the inside corner. A breaking ball from Braun, and it's 0-1. Well, the Wahoos have done more damage against Braun than they did back on his previous start against them in April, as Olmsted fouls this one back at the plate. It's 0-2. April 17th, Wahoos saw Braun for the first time this year, and he allowed only 2 earned runs over 6 2/3 innings, as Olmsted calls time. So Braun, who has been awfully good against the Wahoos in his career, with 5 runs against him today. And on the 0-2, Olmsted looks at a pitch down and away for ball 1. 85 on the breaking ball, and it's 1-2 on Johnny. One-two delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Breaking ball down and in, and it's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Braun taking something off for strikeout number 4 on the evening. And now Mark Coley digging in with 2 outs, nobody on in a 5-0 game. The Wahoos in front. Right on right matchup as Braun deals home. Swinging a foul off the plate, and it's 0-1 on Coley, who walked his first time up. Coley drawing one of those walks in what was an eventful bottom of the 3rd. Wahoos eventually cashed in a pair of free passes for 2 runs on some nifty base running. A couple stolen bases. 0-1. Swinging a foul off the plate again. Coley got it on the bottom of the barrel, and it's 0-2. And that included a double steal, including a steal of home by Johnny Olmsted. So the Wahoos running the base as well, and they have brought their bats tonight. 2 singles and a homer in this inning by Josh Zamora. The 3-run bomb, the big swing in this game so far. On the 0-2, Coley swings and misses at some high heat for strike 3. 94 on the radar gun for Braun to finish off the bottom of the 4th, but not before the Wahoos do damage. 3 runs on 3 hits. 5-0 Pensacola, going to the 5th on Valley Sports Live and the BWBN.
Group areas and party decks are now available for the 2025 Blue Wahoos season, and the top dates are going fast. Whether you're entertaining your best customers, rewarding employees, or just getting together with family and friends, you are in for an unforgettable experience at Blue Wahoo Stadium. Groups have access to exclusive ticket discounts, a video board and public address shout-out, a complimentary professional group photo, and a dedicated group sales representative to guide you through the reservation process. To learn more, visit BlueWahoos.com.
Hurt in the game, we tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
What up, fam? I'm about to spill some tea. Did you know that all the littest Blue Wahoo stands are following the team on social media? No cap. You can keep it 100 with all things Blue Wahoos on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Smash that follow button at Blue Wahoos B-Ball, the GOAT of minor league accounts. It's high-key the best way to know what's popping off at the ballpark, and our posts totally slap. This is it, Chief, at Blue Wahoos B-Ball.
This is Matt Pushart, and you're listening to Blue Wahoos Baseball Network.
We head back to beautiful Blue Wahoo Stadium here, top of the 5th inning, 5-0. Pensacola leading the Columbus Clingstones. With Carter Bainbridge, I'm Eric Bramer. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Clingstones, with Evan Fitterer now stanked to the biggest lead he's had in some time. Adam Zabrowski tanks a fastball just outside ball 1. And with us here for a customary Thursday night visit, our good friend from Visit Pensacola, Lindsay Steck-Jackson. Lindsay, how you doing?
I am so happy to be here. It's beautiful outside. Great night for baseball.
Good to have you here, and thanks for waiting out the rain delay. I'm sure you were. Here's a drive off the bat of Zabrowski, high in the air to deep left field. Rosario going back to the warning track, leaps at the wall, and he caught it! Dalby Rosario brought it back! A home run robbery from Dalby Rosario, out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Oh, baby! What a play! Dalby's hit 2 home runs in the last week, and now he robs one. Stephen Paolini will bat next. Lindsay, you were so rudely interrupted by that great play.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible.
Paolini, left-handed hitting right fielder, takes on the outside edge a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. How are you? How are things?
Well, we've kicked off the 100 days of summer. That's what we like to call the summer season in Pensacola. You know, it's really from Memorial Day to Labor Day. Kids are out for summer. It's a great time to be here, enjoy a nice beach vacation.
And we've got a lot of people who might be just watching the broadcast tonight after getting in town, maybe getting ready for a big beach weekend here in Pensacola. Wahoos are obviously the main show in town, but a lot of other things to do as you visit Pensacola and the Emerald Coast. Pitch rolled foul, the count is 0-2. So aside from the obvious, what should people be planning as they plan their Pensacola trip?
Well, they're coming for the beach. Obviously, the white sand, the emerald water, it's just gorgeous. But, you know, we're the only destination in Northwest Florida with a walkable historic downtown. So there's a lot of activities around Blue Wahoo Stadium to enjoy.
Historic downtown with, the oldest settlement in America.
First settlement, 1559. Take that, St. Augustine.
Yeah.
But while you're in town, there's the America's First Settlement Trail. It's free. There's the Historic Trust. It's kind of like a Colonial Williamsburg. You know, Palafox Market every Saturday. It's really charming.
Swing and a miss on a 1-2 breaking pitch. Down and in, gets Paolini to chase. A strikeout is the 5th of the night for Fitterer. And out number 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Geraldo Quintero, switch hitter batting lefty, bats next. We're visiting with Lindsay Steck-Jackson of Visit Pensacola. And I know you're a bit of a foodie, right? A lot of good restaurants downtown.
Amazing restaurants.
We've got something on the menu tomorrow here at Blue Wahoo Stadium that I want to show you. This is an exclusive culinary curveball. And believe it or not, this is ballpark fare. You'd be surprised by looking at it. First pitch is lined into right field. It's down and it's past Alderman. It'll go all the way to the warning track. Quintero can run. He's on his way to second, on his way to third. Retrieved by Coley, gets it into the cutoff man, and holding at third with a stand-up triple is Geraldo Quintero. Sliding attempt by Alderman. He came up about a foot shy, and it got by him. Quintero ends up at third, and if not for the speed of Mark Coley II, the center fielder, that might have been an inside-the-park home run. Quintero at third with 2 down for Kobe Kato. What we have here is the peaches and cream cheesecake bite. You're excited.
Delightful.
Yeah.
They're in season, right?
Well, it's in season, and we're playing the Columbus Clingstones, which is a peach. So it's only fitting. This is available tomorrow only as a culinary curveball at Blue Wahoo Stadium. It's topped with candied pecans and peaches and finished with a caramel or caramel drizzle. Depends on, your dialect. Would you like to take the first bite?
I hear that's what we're to do.
Wow.
I love all the culinary
Curveballs.
Curveballs at Wahoo Stadium. There's so much here. You know, they have Dole Whip floats, mullet baskets, right? I mean, just some really awesome things that
Depends on what Joe Patty's selling that day, but the mullets, when they are available, are fresh. So
That's
what do you
good.
think of
That's
the peaches
great.
and cream cheesecake bite?
Very dynamic in season. I like
Dynamic.
it.
Good mouthfeel?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pitch gets away from the catcher Ignafo, coming home Quintero, and he slides in just ahead of the tag. It'll be a wild pitch, allowing Quintero to score the first run of the night for the Clingstones. It's a 5-1 game.
Now here, they're only about 4 hours away, right? So great for a quick, easy getaway to Pensacola.
Yeah, and the Wahoos make 2 more trips to Columbus. The Clingstones make their second and final trip to Pensacola, the final series of the year in mid-September. So what's going to be going on in mid-September, as I know we've got a lot of Columbus people tuning in, planning maybe their next trip to Pensacola.
Yeah, so, and the theme of food, that's when the Pensacola Seafood Festival happens. So lots of vendors, beautiful art, also great weather that time of year. It's slower season. Lots to
2-1,
do.
fouled off by Kobe Kato. The count is 2-2. And if you want to learn more and maybe plan out with an itinerary, an actual schedule, a calendar of events, what's the website to go to, Lindsay?
Visit Pensacola.com. We have great events year-round. We even have an itinerary builder, so we can kind of be your personal trip planner.
Wonderful. 2-2 check swing in the dirt. No swing on appeals as third base ump Nobu Yasuta. Kobe Kato has run the count full. Clingstones have gotten on the board here in the 5th inning. They trail 5-1 to the Blue Wahoos. Inning began with a home run robbery in left by Dalvi Rosario. To my memory, Carter, you might be able to clarify this. First home run robbery we saw together in the booth was Jorge Caballero early last year against the
that's
Tennessee
right.
Smokies. Pitch inside, it's ball 4 to Cotto. A 2-out walk will extend the top of this 5th inning. I don't think there's been one since. Home run
Not in
robbery.
this building,
No.
yeah.
Well, we saw something we don't see very often. And Lindsay, you were here for it.
I know. I'm seeing so many great places sitting.
And you got a taste of our peaches and cream cheesecake bite. Evan Fitterer working from the stretch with Cotto at first and 2 down. Keyshawn Oakins will bat. He singled for the first hit for the Clingstones, his first time up. Fastball taken low and away, ball 1. Well, the Wahoos are going to be out on the road next week, coming back in late June, and then by the time July rolls around, then we're really talking like peak beach season, 4th of July, that sort of stuff, right? Anything to keep an eye on?
Oh, that's going to be, of course, the infamous Red, White, and Blue Angels week. And you'll have a great great 4th of July celebration as well, correct?
Yep. Wahoos will be playing at home the 1st through the 3rd. We'll be on the road for the 4th, but the ballpark will be open. We'll have a ticketed event to watch the City of Pensacola downtown fireworks.
That'll be really beautiful. And for those of you that don't know, Red, White, and Blues week is when our U.S. Navy Blue Angels have Pensacola Beach Air Show.
1-1, wave and a miss at a breaking pitch outside. Ogans chases and comes up empty. The count is 1-2. And maybe if you watch a Blue Wahoos game on a Sunday afternoon, the Blue Angels will buzz over the ballpark too.
That's pretty neat. I personally love their practices on Tuesday and Wednesday. I think that's the prime way to see them. It's lower crowds, more options. You can see them on the base, by the water, down at the National Seashore. It's really unique.
1-2. Ogans taps foul. Got a piece of a breaking pitch down and away with the runner Cotto in motion, moving from first to second. Fitterer trying to complete 5 innings and qualify for the win, leading 5-1 here. He'd like to think that if he hands it off to his bullpen, they'll be able to protect the lead. So far in this series, the Wahoos pen has gone 8 scoreless innings of 1-hit ball. 1-2 from Fitterer, and the pitch. Ogans taps foul again, this time on a high fastball. I've had a fork in my hand, Lindsay, this entire half inning, talking about the peaches and cream cheesecake bite, but out of a sense of professional decorum, I'm not going to do play-by-play and eat at the same time. So I'm really hoping that this third out comes very quickly, so I can try the peaches and cream cheesecake bite, available tomorrow as an exclusive menu item at Blue Wahoo Stadium. 1-2, check swing on a breaking pitch, low and away. The count is 2-2. Describe to me what I can expect here, because you tasted it and I haven't.
Well, I'll be honest. When it comes to food, I think I'm definitely more of a fresh seafood gal myself, but desserts are really nice. You can kind of see them here. So seasonal favorites, little seasonal produce, that kind of salty sweet.
Runner goes, 2-2, chopped foul again down the third base line. Count remains 2-2. Yeah, salty, sweet. Little good mixture, you know. Yep. Yin and yang.
How would you describe the dining scene in Pensacola?
Oh boy. I live downtown now, so I've got my finger on the pulse more than I used to.
Okay.
I would say it's tasteful, elevated, yet not pretentious.
What is your,
2-2 grounded to short. Fielder's choice, Olmsted to Cerna to end the inning. Ask your question, Lindsay, before you go.
What is your favorite dish in Pensacola?
What is my
why
favorite
should
dish?
people Try it?
Well, oh boy. Let's go the chicken parm on angel hair at Benelli's.
Ooh, solid choice. I like the spicy rigatoni.
Visit Pensacola.com is the website.
That's right. You can find all of your culinary favorites there.
It's 5-1 Pensacola to the home fifth. Thanks, Lindsay, for stopping by. We'll be back after this on Bally Sports Live and the Blue Wahoos Baseball Network.
What is dedication? The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Are you fishing for the latest Blue Wahoos merchandise? Check out the Go Tees Bait and Tackle Team Store. You can wear what the players wear with authentic jerseys and on-field caps with new items arriving every week. We have ladies' sizes, kids' sizes, game-used items, and gear for all types of weather. Plus, our popular alternate looks like the Pensacola Mullets, Pensacola Seagulls, and Pensacola Poke-to-Poke. Stop by the Go Tees Bait and Tackle Team Store at Blue Wahoo.
Wilcox delivers. Hit high, very high, right field. Beck's going back. The wind is blowing it out, and it is gone. That is a grand slam for Brett Sullivan. El Paso has scored 8 runs in the inning and now leads it 16-9. My goodness.
One strike to 4, the next pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side, free little backhand. Jump throw from the hole on a bounce, cleaned up by Chavis for a magnificent play by Alex Freeland.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
First homer since May 22nd, and he really got all of it.
Ken Balderman, the first 2 3-run homers of the season for the Wahoos. He hit one in the opening homestand and then on Sunday afternoon in Montgomery as the Wahoos snapped their 11-game losing skid. 1-2 from Braun. Rosario fouls back a high fastball.
Familiar problem for Braun, too. You figured facing him, the Wahoos might be able to jack something out. Coming into tonight, Braun, the leader in the league in homers allowed. That was number 11. No one else has given up more than 6. So the long ball has been a problem for this right-hander.
Braun sets, another 1-2. Rosario takes low and away in the dirt. A run on 2 hits for the Clingstones, plus an error. Wahoos 5 runs on 3 hits. They played error-free in the field. There is no action in the Pensacola pen. Evan Fitterer, 5 innings of 1-run ball on 70 pitches. Off-speed pitch taken just down. Rosario stopped his swing in time. 3-2 the count to the leadoff man, batting in the 9th spot for the Wahoos. Jared Cerna waits on deck. Three-two payoff pitch. Braun deals home. Rosario takes down on a fastball. He coaxes a leadoff walk. He's aboard for the 2nd time tonight. Rosario, last time he was aboard, stole 2nd as part of a double steal of home, stole 3rd, and then came in. Errant throw from the catcher Zabrowski onto 3rd, trying to throw him out. We'll see if he's sent in motion here. Jared Cerna, 0 for 2 out of the leadoff spot, will bat next. Wahoos with 4 stolen bases already tonight, tying for a season high. It's the 4th time they've stolen 4. They have not yet stolen 5. First pitch taken low and away, ball 1 by Cerna. (1-0) from Braun, and the pitch. Cerna chops it towards 2nd. Charging in Cato. His only play will be to 1st. Cato fires on to McCabe to retire Cerna, but on the play, Rosario advances into scoring position at 2nd base. That'll bring in Cody Morissette, who's 0 for 2, a fly to left and a fly to center for the left-handed hitting 3rd baseman. And as Morissette steps in, fans will tell you this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. First, fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-1. We're about to see some action in the Columbus pen. No one throwing right now, but it looks like Amos Willingham has taken off his jacket and is ready to toss. He was just added to the roster from High A Rome earlier this week. 0-1 taken down, 1-1. We have documented to exhaustion Pensacola's struggles with men in scoring position this year. 1-1 fastball, in for a strike, it's 1-2. Tonight they're 1 for 3 with Zamora's 3-run homer. The lone hit, the man in scoring position. Wahoos batting .192 as a team with runners in scoring position this year. Braun sets. Rosario takes off for third. The pitch is lifted in the air, routine to center. Rosario will have to retreat, and he will. Settling underneath is Milligan. The center fielder makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down, Rosario at second. Kemp Alderman bats. Alderman singled his last time up. In doing so, extended his hitting streak to a team-high 11 games. Alderman would come around from third to score on Zamora's big 3-run homer. First pitch, fastball down and in. Count is 1-0 to the right-handed hitting Pensacola right fielder. Wahoo's leading 5-1 as they bat in the home 5th inning. Braun sets. Spin and a throwback to second. Rosario dives in with his right hand ahead of the tag from the second baseman Cato. Braun's pitch count at 73, trying to complete 5 innings. A look towards second. 1-0 pitch. Alderman takes a breaking ball just off the outside edge. Good take on a slider. It's 2-0. Biloxi up big tonight. They're leading 8-2 over Montgomery in the top of the 6th inning. So the Wahoos 6 back with 16 to play in the division race. It appears we'll have to win this game to keep pace with the first place Shuckers. 2-0, swing and a miss on a fastball. 2-1 the count. The saving grace for the Wahoos, as they have still a glimmer of hope of securing that first half divisional title, is the fact that they end the first half playing Montgomery at home. 2-1 front door breaking ball, catches the inner half for a strike. It's 2-2. But for that to mean anything, the Shuckers have to stop winning and start losing. No indications that that is going to be the case. Biloxi's been one of the best teams in all of AA since a slow start. A look towards second. Rosario dancing off his lead. Now takes for third. 2-2 pitch, cracked in the air, foul. First base side, and out of play. Biloxi, the best record in the Southern League at 31-22. They've got the best run differential in the Southern League at +48. 2-2, again from Braun. The pitch, Alderman barrels it up and lines it sharply into center, a base hit. Rosario rounding third, he gets the wave. Milligan fires home, and the throw not in time. Kemp Alderman delivers once again an RBI single. And it's now 6-1 Wahoos. Rosario off on contact, and a good thing, because Milligan came up firing with a strong throw from center. Rosario just got his right hand in as he opened up his shoulder and avoided the tag from Zabrowski, the catcher. Mike Steed, the pitching coach, comes out to have a chat with Braun and buy some time for Amos Willingham, who does not appear to be actively throwing. He's just standing on the bullpen mound. Nathan Martorella will bat next. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Alderman will get credit for a single and an advance to second on the throw home. Fans, the Eye Guy offers full comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, dry eye evaluations, and diabetic eye exams with 3 Florida State licensed optometrists, Dr. Janine Spores, Dr. Grace Teagenkamp, and Dr. Joseph Teagenkamp. Come see them at one of their various Pensacola locations and have an eye-tastic experience. 6-1, Wahoos leading here in the home 5th inning. If you're thinking to yourself, boy, it's been a while since we saw the Wahoos score more than 6 runs, you're right. They scored 6 in their win on Sunday in Montgomery. The last time they scored more than that was all the way back on May 15th when they beat Rocket City 9-6. Nathan Martorella bats. Alderman kept close at second. He takes off for third. The pitch is outside. Throw down to third, and Alderman is out. A feet-first slide and a good throw from Zabrowski. Wahoo's thrown out for the first time in 5 attempts, stealing a base tonight. But the damage is done. Alderman brings home Rosario's leadoff walk with an RBI single. And it's 6-1 Pensacola as we head to the 6th. Here on Valley.
You got the fans riled up now with 2 out.
Sacks are jammed, full of lookouts. Swung on, high drive, left field, way back, and gone! Stewart with a grand slam. And the Lookouts win 4-1. Holy Toledo.
Swinging a fly ball, hit well, left center field. Garcia to his right, full steam ahead. He dives, and did he get it? No way. He did! Yosua Garcia!
Catch up on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millar, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra Santos. 3 hosts joined by baseball's biggest stars for the best interview in baseball. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Learn more and get involved at StuderEye.org.
This is Shane Sasaki, and you're listening to Blue Wahoo's Baseball Network.
We head to the top of the 6th inning. Wahoo's up 6-1 on the Columbus Clingstones here. Top of the order due up for Columbus, Milligan, Conley, and McCabe against Evan Fitterer. With Carter Bainbridge, I'm Eric Bramer. And on this beautiful Thursday night in Pensacola, we extend our reach to the nearby city of Crestview, as the Wahoos have City of Crestview night here at the ballpark. Ball one misses outside. And to fit the occasion, we've got the mayor of Crestview here. That is J.B. Witten. Mayor Witten, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Oh, good evening. Thank you.
You're dressed quite well, City of Crestview jersey, and I know you've got a pretty big group with you here tonight.
Yeah, we have about 235 people here.
Very nice. You enjoying the time so far?
Absolutely. I've been treated so well. I love it.
Very nice. Well, tell me about the origins of bringing out the group for the City of Crestview night here at Blue Wahoo Stadium. 1-1 pitch on the way to Milligan, taken inside 2-1.
Well, you know, Stephen actually contacted me and said, hey, how would you like to do this? I said, that would be fantastic.
Sure.
I mean, because for the Blue Wahoos to have us here and on it, that's great. I love it.
We've got a local audience of television viewers and audio listeners. 2-1, tapped foul at the plate. The count is 2-2. But we also have some people who tune in from out of town. So for those who don't know, where is Crestview? How far from where we are right now in downtown Pensacola?
It's a skip, a hop, and a jump. It takes about 45 minutes on a good day, an hour and a half on a bad day to get from Crestview to Pensacola. In fact, a lot of my people come here all the time.
Well, every day is a good day when you're in Crestview, right?
Oh, absolutely. I love it there.
2-2 grounded to first. Routine play for Martorella. 3 unassisted put out for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Cal Conley will bat next. Well, we're celebrating baseball tonight. We're celebrating Crestview. How important is the game of baseball to your community?
Oh, it is so fantastic. You know, when we open up our baseball season, we have 1,000 kids playing in youth baseball. And just for a city of only 30,000 people, that's a great amount.
Very nice. Cal Conley, switch hitter, batting lefty, 0 for 2 today. Squares to bunt and bunts it into his body. He was standing in the box when it happened, so it's a foul ball. The count is 0-1. Mayor J.B. Witten joining us from the city of Crestview. When you tell people about Crestview, what do you talk about? What are you most proud of from your citizens?
I'm proud of the fact that as we're growing, we're paying attention to how we grow.
Yeah.
Because if you're not careful, you'll overgrow.
Right. Swinging a foul at the plate. The count is 0-2 to Cal Conley. Well, you're growing. You're obviously forward thinking and looking towards the future. What in the future of Crestview has you excited?
We've been working on a concept for a sports complex.
Very nice. Grounded past the mound, maybe deflected off the glove of Fitterer. The shortstop Olmstead is there to field and throw to first, retiring Conley out number 2.
Yeah, for a few years now we've been talking about a sports complex. So we're getting the whole program together, see what the costs are going to be, and then pitch it to our citizens.
Very nice. David McCabe, switch hitter, batting lefty, 0 for 2 tonight. Will bat. He's the only thing standing between Evan Fitterer and 6 innings of 1-run ball, and a quality start for the Pensacola righty. Wahoo's leading 6-1. Crestview Mayor J.B. Witten joining us here on the broadcast. Fitterers first, fouled back on a fastball 0-1. Well, say there's someone maybe tuning in from Columbus, watching the Clingstones tonight, and they want to learn more about the city of Crestview. How do they do that?
We have, obviously, like every other city, we have a really great website. We have a Facebook presence. Public information officer that we have does a great job for us.
Very nice. 0-1 pitch, pop near third. Morissette in fair ground, back to the outfield turf, makes the catch. It is a 1-2-3, top of the 6th inning for Evan Fitterer. That might complete a very nice start for him. Well, Mayor Witten, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of the night here at Blue Wahoo Stadium.
Thank you for having me, Eric.
It's 6-1, Blue Wahoos over the Clingstones here on Valley Sports Live and the Blue Wahoos Baseball Network.
Your family is your legacy. Planning for a natural disaster will make sure you're all safe. Visit ready.gov/plan today for the tools and tips you need to protect that legacy. That's ready.gov/plan. A message brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is CeCe Sabathia. Join me in upstate New York Hall of Fame weekend in Cooperstown and enjoy unforgettable experiences full of family-friendly activities and memorable moments. Make your plans today for July 25th through July 28th to welcome the entire Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2025. Visit baseballhall.org today for the full schedule. Look forward to seeing you in Cooperstown.
Groundbreaking orthopedic care for hip and knee replacements at Andrews Institute is more than national recognition for safety and quality. It's more than helping you gain greater mobility with less pain. It's all that and more. Visit andrewsinstitute.com to learn more or schedule an appointment.
Ryobi is the #1 cordless outdoor power brand with a tool for every yard. Only at the Home Depot.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today to stream up to 15 live out-of-market games a week, 24/7 access to MLB Network, and live radio for all 30 clubs. Stream MLB Network with MLB at Bat for $6.99 a month.
We're repping the Birmingham Black Barons today, and it's really awesome. The uniforms look really cool.
It's awesome. I like the look. The band kind of pops. So yeah, I like the whole get-up. It's a good attire.
We got the Birmingham across the chest. We got the Birmingham Black Barons on the side too, which is super cool. Just the history of all of it. I think the hats are pretty sweet too. You got the 3 Bs.
This is remembering the people that came before us and what they did for this game and how they improved it.
1-2. Fly ball out towards left center. Davis giving chase. He's going to leave his feet. And he's going to come down with another one. He does it again. Flying through the air with style.
Right-hander with the paws at the belt, the pitch. And he struck him out swinging the 0-2 again, and there's strike 3 call.
As he's gone 2-2 and now swing and a miss. Struggling a bit in that particular category.
And friends and family every single night. Now here at Double-A Columbus, trying to work his way back to the big leagues. Fastball misses inside, ball 1 to Zamora. 1-0 pitch. Zamora sends it sharply on the ground to third. On a bounce, Ogensfield's long throw across the diamond is on the fly on target for out number 2. That'll bring in Ryan Ignafo, who's 0 for 2 tonight in his Double-A debut. 2 flyouts to right field for the right-handed hitting catcher. Had a chance to check in with Willingham, who I covered back in 2021 with the Fredericksburg Nationals. First Fredericksburg National to reach the big leagues for that new franchise. Ryan Ignafo grounds it off the glove of Willingham, deflected to the second baseman, Cato Fields, and in a hurry throws onto first, and he retires Ignafo on a 1-4-3 putout for a 1-2-3 6th inning. On quickly to the 7th, 6-1. Blue Wahoos leading the Clingstones here on Valley Sports Live and the Blue Wahoos Baseball Network.
Tee up family fun at Bubba's Sweet Spot. Enjoy handcrafted chocolate treats, fudge, caramel apples, unique ice cream flavors.
The pitch. Coming in, Youngblood back is in. He made the catch. He's going to throw to first. Doubled up is Figueroa. Oh, my goodness.
Jack Noble, 24-year-old out of Fulton, California. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and with 3 pitches, Noble strikes out Montero. And it's been nothing but strikes here by Noble. Halfway through an immaculate inning, can he get the 3-hit strikeout of Wilson? And that one's off. Cole, strike 3, delayed.
One thing I'm pretty positive I haven't seen this year is an immaculate inning.
Jack Noble with an immaculate inning. He strikes out the side in a perfect 7th.
I thought they knocked it out the park, no pun intended. Great fit, too. That's always a big thing.
You can never overstate what Hank means. I mean, him and Willie. I mean, to me, they're royalty.
This is definitely something way bigger than me, so to just be able to be included in this, absolute honor, man.
I just love the name of what I'm representing. Obviously, what's on my back. You know, we celebrate Juneteenth. We celebrate the life of Willie Mays. So I'm just grateful out here, man.
Baseball's in full swing, and now your new or growing business can knock it out of the park too with MLB Ads Direct, the league's new easy-to-use digital ad platform, seamlessly integrating your brand into the MLB digital fan experience.
We move to the top of the 7th inning, and with the Wahoos leading 6-1 over the Columbus Clingstones, they head into their bullpen. Nigel Belgrave is on the mound to tell you about him. Carter Bainbridge.
Thanks, Eric. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Columbus in the bottom of the 7th. Compton, Zabrowski, and Paolini against this Wahoos right-hander. Belgrave on to relieve Evan Fitterer, who's in line for the win following a dominant quality start. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 unearned run, a walk, and 5 strikeouts for the Wahoos starter. First pitch gets a swing and a bounce hopper grounder to Martorella. He flips it to Belgrave covering, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Softly struck off the bat of Compton, but it hit the lip of the turf where it meets the dirt just about, and took a funny hop over to Martorella, but Belgrave alertly covering the bag made that a moot point. And on 1 pitch, Nigel logs his first out here in the top of the 7th. 3-1, it brings up Adam Zabrowski, the right-handed hitting Columbus catcher. First pitch home. Breaking ball away, it's 1-0 as the Wahoos defense lines straight up on Zabrowski, who's 0 for 2. Popped out in the 2nd and was robbed of a home run in the 5th by Dalby Rosario. 1-0, swinging a pop foul back at the plate, it's 1-1. So for Zabrowski, an unlucky 0 for 2, but credit Dalby out there in left for the robbery. Excellent play he made right up against the wall to leap up and snag it away. 1-1. Swing and a nubber up the first base line. That's fair for Martorella, who grabs it and tags Zabrowski himself for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. 3 unassisted this time for Martorella, who has been busy here in this 7th, but handling both plays that have come his way. Again, a soft grounder with some funny spin, but an easier play for Martorella than the funny hop on the first out. And with 2 away bases clear, here's Stephen Paolini, left-handed hitting right fielder, who's 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch home. Upstairs, a ball and no strikes from Belgrave, who, including the 2 outs tonight, is now working with a 10 consecutive innings scoreless streak. 1-0. Low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. That dates back to May 8th at Biloxi. Got the final 2 outs of a 2-inning outing, and then ever since then, unscored upon for the rest of May. First appearance of June for Nigel right now, and he fires a strike. Count 2-1 on Paolini. Overall in the season, Belgrave's resume is sparkling. 1.61 ERA entering the night in his prior 13 appearances, and on the 2-1, Paolini slaps it foul off the plate. 2-2. 22 1/3 innings coming into this one. Opponents hitting just 143 off of Belgrave. He has been a tough arm to handle out of the Wahoo pen, and particularly for right-handed batters. Zabrowski, the latest to find that out in this inning. Right-handed swingers hitting just .077 against Belgrave coming into this one. Paolini, a left-handed batter. After a call of time, he's back in the lefty box with the 2-2 count. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. Swinging a grounder foul right side, and still 2-2. Belgrave, a Massachusetts native. 4-seamer, 2-seamer, a good sweeper, a slider, and a changeup. 2-2. Low and in. That caught a piece of something. Did it hit Paolini? Let's see. Looks like the answer is maybe. Paolini taking the gear off as Nelson Prada meets with home plate umpire Jamal Allen, and it looks like that is the call. A hit batter as Paolini takes first after a glance. Prada may be arguing that it sounded more like the bat or Ignafo's gear behind the plate. Certainly straightened Paolini up, and if it did hit him, it didn't catch much, maybe even just his uniform as it passed by. But in any case, Columbus with a 2-out base runner here in the top of the 7th as Belgrave allows his first base runner of the outing. Here's Geraldo Quintero, switch hitter batting left. First pitch is a strike called outside corner, and it's 0-1. Quintero 1 for 2 today, popped out in the 3rd, then hit a triple in the 5th, and later came around to score. It was a sinking liner into right that Alderman slid for and couldn't corral. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball down, and it's 0-2 on Quintero, but another extra base hit for this diminutive Venezuelan native. 3 triples now in the season for Quintero. He's up to 14 extra base hits early on this season. That equals the number he had in 94 games for Mississippi a year ago. He swings and misses here on the 0-2 rather, to finish off the top of the 7th. And Belgrave strikes out a man to end the inning. Still 6-1 Pensacola, moving to the bottom of the 7th on Valley Sports Live and the BWBN.
The design for the HVR jersey is inspired from the national flag colors of Bhutan. The saffron represents the monastic division. The yellow represents the monarch. And the dragon is a white dragon, a peaceful dragon.
I think probably the coolest feature, though, is the Druk, which is the dragon and is the national symbol of Bhutan. Really happy to integrate that in the jerseys. I think they came out really nice.
When the magic of Disney meets the beauty of the Bahamas, 2 vivid destinations come to life. Come be immersed in Disney Castaway Key or Disney Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point as part of your Disney Cruise Line vacation.
1-2. Swing and a miss, and on its way. Swing and a miss. The 2-2 from Spro. Got him looking. Got him swinging. 0-2. Swung on and missed. 2-2 coming. On the outside corner. Swing and a miss. Brochetz delivers. Swung on a miss. 2 outs. Brochetz steals to Spain. Foul tipped into the glove. Strike 3. Spro walks off with his 13th strikeout. He has struck out 11 Fisher Cats in a row.
He drives this one deep to right, and that one is going to get out of the ballpark. Swing and a line drive. That is a double for Stowers.
Top of the 6th. Curveball's hammered down the right field.
Brady and the Ad Council.
This is Robbie Snelling, and you're listening to the Blue Wahoos Baseball Network.
Back for the bottom of the 7th here in Pensacola. Bottom 3rd of the Wahoo lineup coming to the plate to take their hacks against right-hander Amos Willingham. Columbus right-hander is out for his 2nd inning of work. He faces Johnny Olmstead to get things going, followed by Mark Coley and Dalby Rosario. Right-on-right matchup here. Willingham looks in and delivers. Breaking ball low and in on Olmstead. It's 1-0 in a 6-1 game. The Wahoos in front of the Clingstones on this Thursday night. Willingham comes set. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner hooked down the left field line and foul. Not by much. Couple feet just outside the chalk, and Olmstead denied a bid for his first hit of the ball game. Johnny's 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 3rd inning, but later stole 2 bases in that 3rd inning, including the 9th steal of home in Blue Wahoo's history. He came home on a delayed steal of home on a double steal the Wahoos executed Rosario took second, then Olmsted came home on the throw there. 1-1. Swinging a foul back at the plate. It's 1-2 now from Willingham. Olmsted, a productive series overall. 3 for 7 at the plate with a double and a couple walks, tossing a couple steals, and Johnny's been in on the action to begin the week. 1-2. Check swing and a pitch down low on appeal. He did not go, says Justin Juska. Down the first base line, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Amos Willingham, the right-hander on the mound for Columbus, worked a 1-2-3 sixth. Couple ground ball outs to end things. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Make it 4 straight that Willingham has sat down to begin his night, as Olmsted dispatched on strikes to bring up Mark Coley. Coley, a right-handed batter out of the 8th spot, is 0 for 1 with a walk of his own back in that 3rd inning. Now facing Willingham, a Georgia native and 6th-year minor leaguer with some major league time under his belt. Defense straight up for Coley. Wahoo's ahead 6-1 here at the bottom of the 7th. Base is clear. First pitch. Swing and a liner. That's on the screws out to left and in front of Quintero, who plays it on a hop. And it's a knock for Coley here in the bottom of the 7th. Second hit of the week for Mark. And he hit a breaking ball hard out to left. Got it on the inner part of the plate. Hung up just a bit too much. And now good speed aboard for the Wahoos with Dalvi Rosario coming to the plate. First base runner allowed by Willingham in this outing. And Rosario at the dish. He of the 2 runs scored tonight, along with a home run robbery in the field. Right on right matchup. First pitch gets a swing and a miss as Coley goes for second, and the throw sails into center. Milligan in center picks it up and flings it back in, but not before Coley jitterbugs his way onto third. Second time tonight that aggressive Wahoo base running has forced Adam Zabrowski behind the plate into an errant throw. An E2 back in the 3rd allowed Rosario to score from 3rd. And now this one lets Coley take an extra 90. Runner at 3rd with 1 out. Infield in for Columbus, and the pitch is down low and away. A ball and a strike on Rosario.
Team record for stolen bases in a game is 6. Last done back in 2012 when Billy Hamilton played for the Wahoos.
2-1 is low. 3 balls and a strike on Rosario. Yeah, he's a good guy to have in your lineup when you're trying to do some running.
Yeah, no surprise that the 2 6-steal games came with Billy on the roster, but 5 stolen bases already tonight with another inning at least to go.
Yep, Coley with his 8th on the way to second, and then the error to move him up. The pitch. Low and away. It's now 3-1 on Rosario. Wahoo's ahead 6-1, but can always use some more insurance. Let's see if Rosario can come through. 3-1. Swing and a miss. 90 miles an hour off the plate, and the count runs full on Dalvi. Rosario with 6 RBIs coming into tonight. Logged 1 back on Tuesday on his 2nd homer of the year. Payoff. Swing and a liner up the middle and over the leaping Kato into center. Coley sprints home to score, and it is an RBI for Dalvi Rosario. It makes it 7-1 Wahoos here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A pitch down on Dalvi, but he went down and golfed it into center just over the leap of Kobe Kato at second over the drawn-in infield. And Coley read it well, first back to the bag and then trotted home to score once he knew he had good time. Here comes pitching coach Mike Steed out to the mound to talk things over with Amos Willingham as Jared Cerna waits to take his cuts. Back-to-back hits for the Wahoos here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Coley a 1-out single, then a steal of second and an E2 to move him on to third. Dalvi Rosario with RBI number 7. And 3rd time on base today for Rosario. Fielder's choice in the 3rd he reached. A walk in the 5th, now a hit in the 7th. So Dalvi out of the 9 spot, staying busy and helping the cause for the Wahoos, who have put up 7 runs. Cerna at the plate, right on right against Willingham, who looks in. Rosario at first with one away. The pitch. Strike call, inside corner at 90 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Mentioned that Willingham has been up in the big leagues. He spent parts of 2023 and 2024 with the Nationals. 0-1. Low and away, a ball and a strike on Cerna, who's 0 for 3 so far today. But for Willingham, his major league debut came in June of 2023 with the Nats. Pitched in 18 games for Washington that year, and then last season appeared in 1 game with Washington. 1-1. Swinging a foul back into the netting by Cerna, and it's 1-2. Willingham, a guy who has spent a lot of time at the upper levels of the minors, particularly with AAA Rochester in the Washington system. Last year, that 1 game in the bigs, but the rest of the season he spent with the Red Wings. 55 games pitched with Rochester as Willingham slings over to first and Rosario's back to the bag. Disengagement number 1. But that's a regular reliever. 55 appearances. That was 4th most in the International League. Now here in the Columbus pen, working through the bottom of the 7th, and on the 1-2, Cerna cracks it foul off the plate. Still 1-2.
Well, even though he spent most of last year with Rochester, he spent briefly some time in the big leagues, which means he was a teammate of former Wahoo fan favorite Nasim Nunez, who was a Rule 5 pickup of the Nationals. Got big league time last year. Even though he didn't play much, he was on the roster the whole year and has found a little bit of a niche role with this year's Nationals team. 1-2, there goes Rosario, and Cerna spoils it foul. Still a ball and 2 strikes with 1 out, and Rosario now back to first. Now Willingham is 17th round pick by the Nationals in 2019 out of Georgia Tech. Originally began at Snead State Community College. First player from that school to ever make the big leagues, as you might expect. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Cerna down on a breaking ball in the outer half. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th with Rosario still at first. 7-1, the Wahoos in front as Cody Morissette strolls to the plate. But first, a visit to the mound by manager Cody Gabella. And Cody will have to wait as the Clingstones make a pitching change. The night over for Amos Willingham. The Georgia native departs as Gabella takes the ball, and we'll tell you more about this Columbus bullpen arm when we return on Bally Sports Live and the Wahoos Baseball Network.
What up, fam? I'm about to spill some tea. Did you know that all the littest Blue Wahoos stands are following the team on social media? No cap. You can keep it 100 with all things Blue Wahoos on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Smash that follow button at Blue Wahoos B-Ball.
It's native.
Save me. Let me guess. Silicones, sulfates, dyes. Native locks in moisture without silicones or sulfates. Clean moisturizing hair care isn't a myth. It's at nativecost.com.
On 0-1. Julio bounces to third. McAdoo by the bag for 1. Throw to second for 2. The relay is a triple play. They go around the horn, 5 for 3 on the triple killing. You don't see that every day. Wow. That undoes the error. We're headed to the 7th inning. Seawolves leading 5-2. Wow.
Swinging a fly ball, hit well, left center field. Garcia to his right, full steam ahead. He dives, and did he get it? No way. He did. Yosua Garcia.
The design for the HVR jersey is inspired from the national flag colors of Bhutan. The saffron represents the monastic division. The yellow represents the monarch. And the dragon is a white dragon, a peaceful dragon.
I think probably the coolest feature, though, is the druk, which is the dragon and is the national symbol of Bhutan. Really happy to integrate that in the jerseys. I think they came out really nice.
Left-handed batting, Cody Morissette with Dalver Rosario at first and 2 away. The righty looks in and deals home. First pitch is up and away at 100 miles an hour. Ball 1, and that's all it takes to learn the book on this big, powerful righty. two-pitch mix for this Dominican Republic native, and a hard fastball that has regularly touched triple digits in his pro career. Morissette fouls this one right side. It's 1-1. On the other pitch that Joseph throws, a slider in the mid-80s, and a two-pitch mix has brought Joseph this far. It's an effective combo. That's why he's the number 27 prospect in the Braves system coming into the night. 1-1. Slider called strike near the top of the zone, and it's 1-2 on Morissette, who is 0 for 3 so far tonight and 0 for 6 on the week. Joseph comes set, and the 1-2. Swing and a liner into left for a base hit. Rosario on to second. He puts the brakes on there. First hit of the week for Cody Morissette, a little cue shot off the end of the barrel, and it keeps the line moving here in the bottom of the 7th. One batter faced by Joseph, and Morissette on, slapping that one through some vacant space on the left side as the Clingstones expected the left-handed hitting Morissette to pull the ball.
That'll also make the run charged to Willingham earned. You could have justified it being unearned with Rosario not bringing him home from second base, but now an extra hit added to the tally makes it an earned run for Willingham.
An E2 in this inning. The error from Adam Zabrowski, that was on a Mark Coley steal attempt of second. First pitch home to Kemp Alderman draws a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the inside part to the Wahoo's hottest hitter. Strength on strength right here in a right-on-right matchup. Alderman today with 2 hits and 3 at-bats, including an RBI in the 5th. 0-1. Yanked away. Slider at 89. It's 1-1. Well, Alderman came in with a 10-game hitting streak. He is up that to 11. Longest by any Wahoo so far this season. Look back at Rosario in the 1-1. Low and in, 2 balls and a strike. A fastball at 101 around the kneecaps. And Kemp ahead in the count at 2 balls and a strike. Quick grab of the rosin bag by Joseph. 6 foot, 170-pound, 5th-year minor leaguer. Glance back at Dalby in the 2-1. Swing and a foul in the air right side. It's 2-2. Wahoos with 3 hits in this inning. They broke this game open with a 3-run bottom of the 4th. Josh Zamora with a 3-run homer that made it 5-0. And Pensacola has been firmly in control since that point. Alderman looking to really drive the point home. Runners at first and second with 2 away. 2-2. Low and away. A slider from Joseph and a full count on Alderman with Nathan Martorella on deck. But now both runners about to be on the move. Rosario, the lead man at second, and Cody Morissette behind him at first. Alderman in his last 10 games entering the night, a .447 hitter with a pair of homers. The payoff, runners go. Swing and a foul off the handle. They'll do it again. A good battle here between a hard-throwing righty, perhaps the hardest thrower on the Columbus staff, and the reigning Southern League Player of the Week. Alderman last night, a homer. On Tuesday, 2 hits, 2 driven in. Things have been going smoothly lately for the Marlins' number 10 prospect at the plate. Payoff pitch again. Swing and a miss off the glove of Zabrowski to the backstop. There goes Alderman on the way to first, and the throw beats him there by a step. A dramatic third out at the bottom of the 7th, but the Clingstones complete the play. And 2 left aboard for the Wahoos, who lead it 7-1 going to the 8th on Bally Sports Live in the BWBN.
What up, fam? I'm about to spill some tea. Did you know that all the littest Blue Wahoo stands are following the team on social media?
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Think you know Kyle Schwarber?
He's not playing lawyer ball. He's looking to do damage and hit home runs. Kyle Schwarber gets it. And that's why, despite not being our prototype, he's one of our very favorite players.
Get in the know with MLB Now on MLB Network.
3-2. Johnston swings, hits that ball in the air to right. Hits the 10th home run for Troy Johnston. First pitch, he swings, hits that ball in the air to center. That ball is also out of here. The second time this year that Jacksonville goes back-to-back. Gray swings, hammers that ball to right. That ball is way out of here. 3 home runs in the inning.
And 2-0, and it is drilled to center field. Jones going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. He's looking up. He leaps! Oh, my goodness! Drew Jones.
To the 8th inning we go at Blue Wahoo Stadium, 7-1. Pensacola firmly in control. And now back on the mic to take us through the end of this one. Here's Eric Bramer.
Thanks, Carter. 7, 8, 9, Quintero, Cotto, and Ogans to face Nigel Belgrave, who struck out a man and got 2 groundouts to first in a 1-2-3 7th inning. First pitch, breaking ball drops in for a called strike, 0-1. A rare opportunity for the Wahoos to cruise to a victory. Of course, the Clingstones have other plans, but 6 outs separate the Wahoos from their easiest victory in a good long while. Fastball wide at 93. The count is 1-1. All the way back on April 5th, second game of the year, the Wahoos beat the Biloxi Shuckers 7-1. That, to this point, is their most lopsided win of the year. Tonight, leading 7-1. As the pitch misses down 2-1 to Quintero. They're a man ahead on the scoreboard. Quintero jumps foul. Oh, beg your pardon. This is Kobe Cotto. Cotto, a walk and a strikeout. He takes a backdoor breaking ball for a called third strike. Another strikeout for Belgrave. Keyshawn Ogans will bat next. 5 more outs to go. Wahoos have allowed just 2 hits tonight. Ogans has 1 of them. A clean single back in the 3rd against the starter Fitterer. And he's plunked by a fastball that got away from Belgrave. No intent there. Ogans will take first. Ouch. Lineup turns over for Cody Milligan. Milligan 0 for 3 out of the leadoff spot. Line out to center and 2 groundouts to first. Ogans runs well, but trailing by 6 runs, one would not expect he'll be too aggressive on the base paths here. Belgrave has hit 2 men now. Paolini in the 7th and now Ogans in the 8th. And Milligan hobbled a bit on a first pitch foul, 0-1. Healthy crowd tonight, especially given the delayed start. 7:06 the first pitch instead of a scheduled 6:05. First rain delay at Blue Wahoo Stadium this year. 0-1 pitch served in the air left center. That will drop down for a base hit. Ogans checks in at second, and just the 3rd hit of the night for the Clingstones. Milligan is aboard. Ogans is at second. Cal Conley bats next. Conley 0 for 3, ground out, fly out, and a ground out. Belgrave in a jam of his own making here, trying to keep his scoreless inning streak alive. It's been almost a month, as Carter said, since he last allowed a run, earned or otherwise. Fastball outside, just off the plate, ball 1. And now a balk is going to be called on Belgrave. moving Ogins to third and Milligan to second. Out comes the catcher Ignafo to try and recenter Nigel Belgrave before things get out of hand here.
I guess we've learned this week, if there's any crew in this league, you don't want to move your feet on the rubber with them on the field. It's these guys. That's the fourth balk that they have called in this series.
This crew has run afoul of both teams this year. Pitch outside, 1-0. Tonight's home plate umpire Jamal Allen was the guy who ejected manager Nelson Prada in Biloxi a few weeks back. One of 2 ejections suffered by the Wahoos this year. And in the series opener on Tuesday, 2-0 pitch, chopped to second, should score a run. Cerna was playing back. He will play to first. A 4-3 ground out will bring home Ogins from third, and the Clingstones get a run back. It's now a 7-2 game. That is the first run allowed in almost a month by Nigel Belgrave. In the series opener on Tuesday, Clingstones manager Cody Gabella was ejected, and then with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 9th inning, from the bench, Kobe Kato was ejected as well. David McCabe will bat. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, and a pop out for the switch hitter batting lefty. Backdoor breaking ball is in for a strike. The count is 0-1. Milligan also moved from second to third on that play, so a runner at third with 2 down for the Clingstones here, down to their final 4 outs. 0-1 pitch. Down on a breaking ball. 1-1 the count. First earned run of the night for the Pensacola pitching staff. The run the Clingstones scored in the 5th was ruled to be unearned. Next pitch, grounded sharply to right, a base hit. It'll bring home Milligan. The Clingstones have 2 here in the 8th inning. It's now a 7-3 game. And the Wahoos are grateful for the cushion they've built for themselves, hoping that they won't have to activate either of their 2 closer options, Eknes or Stanovich here. It becomes a save situation when the tying run comes in the on-deck circle. 1 more base runner, and that would be the case. First pitch to Drew Compton is lined sharply foul down the right field line, down towards the Pensacola pen, where it appears someone else is going to get loose. Looks from a distance to be Jesse Bergen. Drew Compton 0 for 3. 0-1 pitch. The sweeper misses wide off the plate. 1-1. Belgrave sets. 1-1 pitch. Compton swings over the top of a good sweeper down. The count is 1-2. Belgrave has 2 pitches with that action, a slider and a sweeper. That one clocked at 83. I will call the sweeper. I think, Carter, we see the slider come in at 86, 87.
A little bit more downward break as well. Sweeper more lateral.
1-2. Wide. On what looked like the 2-seam fastball. The count is 2-2. Belgrave, though he's a reliever, says he throws 5 different pitches. Something more of a starter's arsenal would show. 2-2, Compton lines it right center. That's a base hit. It'll split the gap, and it might be extra bases. On his way to third is McCabe. He'll be waved in. Rounding second and holding there with an RBI double is Drew Compton. 3 runs for the Clingstones here in the 8th inning. It's now a 7-4 game. It is officially a save situation now. And how long will the leash be for Nigel Belgrave? So good for so long. Running into a hiccup tonight, Jared Eichhoff, the pitching coach, comes out to have a chat. Bergen continuing to throw. Wahoos have so many good late-inning relievers. It's not like it's Eknes and Stanovich and then a steep drop-off. It just so happens that those 2 have the 2 highest save totals on the team. Bergen, 2 saves and 2 tries. And I believe he's pitching in front of some family in town from California this week, so an opportunity for him maybe, whether it comes here in the 8th or the 9th, to get some valuable outs and help shut the door. Adam Zabrowski, 0 for 3, will bat next. Scoreboard added another run that does not exist. It is a 7-4 game. 3 runs have scored here in the 8th for the Clingstones. Hopefully they get that fixed down the hall. First pitch is in for a strike. The count is 0-1 to Zabrowski. One lifted foul on a fastball, backing out of play. Scoreboard's all messed up. We'll give them some time and some grace. So now they took all of the runs off the board. Okay, looks good now, except for the count. Baby steps. Oh, 2, swing and a miss. Breaking pitch down and away, gets a 3-pitch strikeout of Zabrowski, but the Clingstones score 3, and they get back in this game. The Wahoos lead at 7-4 to the bottom of the 8th here in Pensacola on Valley Sports Live and the Blue Wahoos Baseball Network.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.com.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Throw a slider to get the guy moving. Fastball's hit high and deep to right center field. This one's got a chance, and it's off the wall. Gonzalez played it poorly. It'll roll all the way around. That scores Valencia. Schiavone's on his way, and now Trimble's getting the wave. Throw to the plate, not in time. Justin Trimble's first home run of 2025 is an inside the park home run.
The Bhutanese dragon is a very uniquely designed dragon, and so we did have to make sure that we were staying very true to the dragon that you see behind me.
We had to get special permission from the Bhutan Olympic Committee because this is a national flag, so luckily we've been working with the Olympic Committee the whole time, so it was a very easy approval process once we sent the appropriate documentation.
The whole creative design was done by the Hudson Valley Renegades. They did an amazing job.
Throw in the Pensacola pen. He'll get the ninth as ball one misses outside to Nathan Martorella. 1 for 3 today with a single and a run scored. 1-0, wide, 2-0. Joseph got the final out of the 7th inning. He did allow a single, but got Alderman to strike out, leaving 2 men aboard. 2-0 pitch. Martorella takes a fastball at 97 on the outside edge for a strike. 2-1. Next pitch, fastball up and away. 3-1 to Martorella. Wahoos tonight have drawn 3 walks. 2 of them have turned into runs. Indirectly, all 3. 3-1 from Joseph. The pitch Holmes. Side. Back-to-back walks to begin the bottom of this 8th inning for the Wahoos. They've got first and second with nobody out for Ryan Ignafo. Ignafo, making his Double-A debut tonight, has flied out to right twice and then hit a deflected grounder off the pitcher to the second baseman his last time up. Ignafo leading the Marlins organization in RBI. An RBI chance here with a man in scoring position. First pitch from Joseph. Ignafo, a big rip and a miss on a fastball letter high at 98. I want to apologize to our television viewers. We apparently lost our video stream momentarily. The action didn't stop. What you might have missed, Nathan Martorella drew a walk to lead off the bottom of this 8th inning, and Josh Zamora followed with a 5-pitch walk of his own. First and second, nobody out for the Wahoos, leading 7-4 as they bat in the home 8th. Ellison Joseph deals 0-1, low and away on a breaking ball. 1-1 the count. Jesse Bergen appears to be as warm as he needs to be down the right field line for the Wahoos. If the Wahoos don't add to their lead, it'll be a save situation. 1-1 from Joseph. Ignafo swings and misses, chasing 99 shoulder high and coming up empty. 1-2. One and two from Joseph to Ignafo. A look towards second, and the pitch home. It's to the backstop. Both runners will advance. Martorella to third and Zamora to second on a wild pitch. 99, hard to catch when it misses the target that badly. It missed up and away to the right-handed hitting Ignafo, and the count is 2-2. Infield creeping in now for Columbus. Already trailing by 3. They can ill afford another one to come in, even with nobody out. Joseph sets. The 2-2. Ignafo fouls off his body in the box. A breaking ball. Ignafo was early, but kept the hands on the bat back long enough to make contact and keep the at-bat alive. Two and two. Joseph sets. The pitch. Ignafo takes up and in on a fastball. 3-2. Joseph in danger of walking the bases full. First base open. Johnny Olmstead on deck. (3-2) payoff. Joseph deals. Ignafo swings and misses. Fooled on a breaking pitch outside that would have been ball 4. Second strikeout for Joseph. A big first out in the 8th inning. Infield will remain in for Johnny Olmstead, who tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk, 2 stolen bases, including a steal of home, and a run scored. Joseph sets. The first to Olmstead. A swing and a pop-up foul. First base side, back and out of play. Count is 0-1. Wahoos tonight 3 for 7 with men in scoring position. A big step forward. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball wide off the plate. Slider 1-1. Another righty starting to throw in the Klingstones pen in the event that Joseph can't finish off this 8th.